Sheesh! What's up, y'all? This is Boot, Body Cam, Boot Productions, LTWB. Whatever you call me, just do not call me late for dinner. So, guys, it's been quite a while since I have been out of the picture. Been a little busy touching grass, doing some fun IRL stuff. And with that being said, I'm not going to be able to go over everything I've missed these last couple of weeks, but I saw something last night that really just made me kind of giggle. And I figured, you know what? Why not share the Giggle Fest with everybody else? So, with that being said, guys, we're going to do a quick roll call. Try to make it quick. Let's see. Have Karma in the house. She was first. ND14 was second. Karma 13. Karma's helper. She was third. Rhonda, welcome. 2 squared. Let's see. Giggles, what's up? We have Killamilla was in here. SF8. Let's see. Pale Emperor, what's up? King Bluto, welcome, welcome. Let's see who else we've got in here. Marine Corp Girl, thank you for being here as well. Jonathan, welcome to the stream. Mav, welcome to the stream. Jacqueline, welcome to the stream. Let's see here. Got Midwest Accountability was here. Frauditor Mania. Canada is watching. AB. Let's see. Melanie, we had Mimsy. Linda, welcome. Kelly Brown. We're almost there, guys. It's been a long time, man. I missed you, man. I missed you, LTWF. You complete me. All right, let's see here. Past that, Donna, good to have you. Sluggo, thanks for being here. Let's see. James the Ginger, what's up? What's up? All right. So, guys, I think for this, I'm going to have to, I got these really cool images. I don't know how they work, but we're going to give them a try. So, because I heard that there's a lot of people who are, they're getting really upset about people doing fair use reviews. So they're filing a bunch of copyright strikes on everybody. It's just like a copyright war going on right now, man. Everyone's slinging arrows. So I'll show you what we're going to review. And I'm only, if you can see, I made it 10 minutes in, and I already have a couple things to say that I found were pretty funny. So we're going to do that. But we're going to take some precautions because, like I said, we've got some subversives. So we'll just do something like this. You guys can still hear me, I'm sure. And we'll just take these images and we'll just kind of like shuffle through them. You know, I'll just switch them every 50 seconds, minute and a half, you know. And then that way, you know, you're not just looking at the same thing over and over again. So with that being said, let's get this started, guys, because I've got some things to bring up. Oh, yeah. Also, huge news, guys. I'm not going to give you the huge news right now. I'm going to do a bunch of bullcrap like an hour, and then I might give you the huge news. I noticed this tactic works for a lot of other creators. I just figured I would try it out with you guys too. So, you know, hold on. The great big news is coming.
Are we live?
I don't know.
I think we're live.
I haven't gotten a notification.
What's up, everybody? We've got some comedy in store for you.
I don't know if it's comedy or not.
It's pretty fucking funny. There's the notification. Damn, I need to turn my notifications off. Let me do that real quick.
What, you don't want to get texts?
Well, you know what'll happen. Where is the, there it is. You know what'll happen, Tiff, is the meltdown people that are having meltdowns right now, like particularly ones from Arizona, from Meade County, Kentucky, you know, the ones that have been calling, they'll start freaking out and trying to call us during our live stream.
Calling. When did they ever stop calling?
Well, it ramped up again when Todd had a meltdown and put our phone number out again. They put my business number out again. What's up, everybody? So we got some fun stuff to share with you. It's funny, is what it is. Let's start with, who should we start with? It's all the haters, right? They're all having complete meltdowns. Which one you want to start with? Todd, Ruff?
Oh, Nikki says she could be having a meltdown right now if we wanted her to.
No, we don't need any meltdowns on our side. Save that if something goes wrong with court on Wednesday. but let's start with Todd, shall we? Todd got some bad news today.
Eve Online.
All right, guys. So we need someone to start a counter, if you will, please. That's the first ad. Do we have anybody who's willing to offer themselves as tribute and keep a counter? Anybody? We're at one. Every guy, I need someone who every time you hear the ad start, you keep a live counter, because I want a number at the end, right? Like, hey, we've sat through 104 ads. So you know what? Hold on, let me see if I got a pen around here. You know what? Hold on, let me open up another window. I can just do this. One. There we go. All right.
Is a vast universe.
Should we share that?
Sure.
Well, so Todd has been tinkering on.
You try to combine two words.
I did combine two words.
What the hell?
Todd has been lingering right on the edge of losing his YouTube channel. He's been right on the edge of losing it because he doesn't know how to run a YouTube channel without stealing people's content, specifically mine. Because all he ever does is use my.
And remember, folks, this is coming from the same man who took footage of Todd, like IRL. I'm assuming Todd's wife probably took the video, but of Todd reporting in his Clark Kent glasses on the EOP hearing, and this dude takes his watermark and puts it over it. Like, if he just puts a translucent watermark on it, it's all great. Like, just Ryder does so many just funny things, man. Like he's a hoot, man. He's really funny.
Content. So we don't want him harassing us. So I finally just started copyright striking him. And he got his third one today. I'm pretty sure the YouTube rules only allow 3. So
well, I think that there's a process that you can go through to get rid of one of them, I think.
Yeah, it's like
you have to.
Now, my only question is, I wonder if this is like a very typical tactic that Chris and Tav like to pull on people, is when they start saying stuff you don't like, even though you know it's a false copyright strike, you go ahead and you file it anyway, because you really just want to put someone through the ringer. It's almost kind of like you're one of those cops with like a chip on their shoulder, right? And just because someone said something you didn't like, they didn't necessarily break the law. You want to issue them a ticket and hem them up for a couple weeks. Let them know, hey, they've got to go in front of a judge now, or they got to pay the fine and just lay down and take it. It's very cop-like behavior there, Mr. Ryder and Mr. Soper, filing false copyright strikes, thinking you can try to bully smaller channels. I mean, not so much with Chris, because Chris doesn't have jack shit for a channel now. And I mean, to be honest with you, Kevin really doesn't either. It says he's got, I think, like 40,000 subs. But I mean, if you look at the percentage, I mean, he's got like literally less than 1% of the viewers actually paying any attention to anything he puts out. So, but yeah, guys, we've got the 2 YouTube cops here filing their false copyright strikes, trying to silence other people, when they know good and well that 98% of these videos that are being put out, they are fair use.
Watch some videos and say I won't do it again.
It's like the extra card in the game shows.
Good to hear, Midwest.
Like, hey, I need to phone a friend. Or
just remember, man, any damage they cause because they're negligent and they're not doing their shit right, that totally falls on that shop. Just throwing it out there. So, and Karma's Helper said, boot 100%. He did the same thing with Aztec Ninja and it worked. He left YouTube, so he thinks it will work on everyone. Well, that's the thing, Karma's Helper. So I'm not too sure exactly what went on with the whole Aztec Ninja thing. What I know is I believe Aztec Ninja was like a security guard who basically did a YouTube channel where he went over like and reviewed, frauditor videos, frauditors much like Kevin and Chris over here, who completely take away from the few individuals who actually have like a genuine mission set out there. People kind of like Midwest accountability, right? I mean, people like Soper, people like Ryder, they give a lot of these other genuine guys just a really bad fucking look. And that's just how it is, man. That's just the name of the game now, unfortunately. So, but when it comes to, Aztec Ninja Karma, the only thing I really remember is that they had their big yelling fest. I think MBK maybe has a video on it. I know Killa's been covering it in one of the last Lightobers. So, I mean, it's out there and he uses the same thing. And look, guys, I am planning on putting out a video because my biggest question is like, so think about this, guys. I'm just going to just put this in perspective for you. I'm going to put a video out that goes over all of this stuff, but I'm going to simplify this right now because the waters have been so muddy that people have no clue what's going on. So let's just get it like this. Okay. We'll get the right thing up here too. We'll take out the comments. Okay. So you've got the situation right now, okay? You've got Tiffany and Chris sitting here in the truck. Now, for the longest time, since almost the beginning of the creation of Chris's first channel, he has been giving off the appearance that he has children. You can cite it in so many videos, including when he's screaming at Aztec Ninja in that one live stream that I believe he's got saved. Well, he had it saved, but he had it as private. Now, why he'd want that to be private when it supposedly proves so much is beyond me, guys, right? But even in the Aztec Ninja Yell Fest, how many times does he go, my kids, my kids, my kids? From the get-go, Chris's whole grift has been trying to claim that Tiffany's been done wrong and that his kids are in danger when he doesn't have any kids. There's only one person who has kids, guys, out of the two from Tiffany and Chris, and that's Tiffany. She has 2 kids, okay? One from each father, right? She has 2 different baby daddies, all right? Right now, she only has custody of the second baby daddy's child. So it makes you wonder, first of all, where's the poor child at while you're off grifting for over an hour in the truck, right? But what it comes down to is I am going to make a video that goes over, and I'll use different names, but I'm going to put out like a chart because Chris is just so manipulative. He's so misleading with this whole thing that if I just put out almost like just easy enough for a child to understand, like there was one mommy and then 2 daddies. And then from this mommy and daddy came this child. And from this mommy and daddy came this child, and just go through it. I'm not seeing Killa either. I did earlier. He's probably gone, but Griftany was nodding hard in her live last night. Oh, she had a live stream too? You might have to check that out before we get off for the day, but all right, guys. Well, let me get back over to here. All right, start it back up.
A lifeline. I think he was able to use one lifeline, but the problem that Todd's going to have is that he's so obsessed with us and dependent upon obsessing with us, and he's sold that to his audience. He's not going to be able to survive without using more of our content. Like, he's so addicted to it, he's just going to do it again. And the interesting thing what I found to be surprising is that.
So I'm just going to throw us out here, guys, but you do realize that just because you coordinate with other creators to file false copyright strikes, you realize they can still be appealed, right? And when you've already got the creator's information and you've already threatened to put it out, which means you most likely have already put it out behind the scenes. I mean, let's just get real about it, right? Subversives are going to subverse, right? But what makes you think that creator has any fear of putting the information that you've already leaked out there in the appeal? Once again, yeah, you might hem someone up for 1 or 2 weeks. But remember, once that appeal is accepted, it's 10 to 14 days, baby.
You know, Todd plays this game like he's kind of smart or something.
Oh, no, GJ, no blanket fort. You're adorable.
Well, blanket fort's over there. We're just sitting in the truck.
Oh, we have to clip that, guys. We have to clip that. Blanket fort's over there. Hold on. We will take this down real quick. Because you know what? If Chris does try to copyright strike this, that will get into the huge news. Because here's the thing, guys. I'll play around and I'll act like I'm a shitty person like Chris, and I'll just lead you the whole way for an hour. But I actually do have some news. I'm not sure if it's as huge as you think it is, but it's at least news. I'm not going to lead you on and lie to you like, some other people. But let's get a double take of that blanket fort so we've got it in the record books, guys.
Something.
Oh, no, GJ, no blanket fort. You're adorable.
Well, blanket fort's over there. We're just sitting in the truck. It's got a foam holder and a light, so
And cup holder, so
we can sit more closer to each other for the stream with both of us. If that's okay with you. If it's okay with you, put it on in chat. If you absolutely hate what we're doing right now, put a 2 in chat. Fuck Chris Ryder. Fuck Chris Ryder. Fuck that motherfucker. That's what Bow Wow says. Like, fuck that guy.
What has Bow been up to?
Having fun. Been touring. Him and James Freeman. They've been going and out and doing their thing.
Doing the thing.
So,
dude, Chris is just so hoping because Bow sucks on his nuts that he might be able to get some support from Freeman. But I think he forgot about that day that, like, Freeman made it pretty clear he didn't want anything to do with Chris. And frankly, I don't blame him. I really don't blame him at all. I think Freeman's smart enough to know that Chris is bad news. And he doesn't want any association. He doesn't want any type of negative effect on his image and his channel because of, this hoo-ha. So
the thing that...
1 and 2, says Claudette.
The thing that I found kind of a little, surprising, Todd always fancies himself this intelligent person, but in the copyright process, a form is filled out and you detail out the purpose of the claim, and it gets sent to the person that gets struck. And it's very clear why he's getting struck and why YouTube is passing these as strikes.
yes, because you made a report and you decide to cite every single timestamp in between of his talking. But once again, fair use is a thing. Okay, so let me ask you this, guys. Why do you think there's a 1,000,001 video, like music video reaction videos out there of different friends, family members who will sit there and play some huge Hollywood production value music video from a huge artist that has billions of views? For example, Taylor Swift, right? Do you not think that there are reaction videos to not only things that she's been interviewed about, but her music videos? Why are those up on YouTube? Why aren't those taken down, right? Even if you have like a monetization share, right? Which is basically you're a monetized channel, you put something out, you get a copyright claim, but it doesn't hurt your channel. What it does is it actually just means that there's a diversion of the funds. So i.e. you put a Taylor Swift song in your live stream, you may not get actually hit with a copyright strike, but they might go, hey, there's going to be ad revenue that gets put over to Taylor Swift's company because you did use that in your stuff. So, but hold on, guys. We're going to hear the whole, official YouTube copyright explanation by the lawyer minds of Tiffany and Chris, who can't even get bond versus probation down pat and straight. So let's get this going, guys. Yeah, speaking of a nutless monkey, once again, guys, he's such a gaslighter. This is the guy who will literally piss in your face and he will tell you it is raining 100%. So, and if I had the video to even do that, I would put it on, but I can't find it. Oh, there he goes.
This monkey is healthy and normal in every way, but now watch. My God, he's become full of rage!
in that claim, but apparently he's not fucking reading it.
Well, you know he doesn't like books.
He said he don't
so-
like to read. Let me move this a little more. I'm trying to get that just right where I can lean into it. Something like that. You might have to lean too. The truck's a lot more spacious than the Escape, isn't it?
Much more. He wants to know if you ever
He said the truck's so much better than Blanket Fort. You know, guys, I'm probably messing real hard, and I'm going to give him some ideas he'll actually do. But what if he combined the Blanket Fort with the truck? Mobile Blanket Fort.
got those Snickers bars.
I didn't, Nikki. I did not.
He's still here.
Yeah. And guess what? He's not going to get Snicker bars until he gets in the pokey. Then there'll probably be a mini Snickers bar laying on that pillow every day coming back from lunch. Or, recess, I guess is what they call it, right? Outside time, physical time. Try not to get shanked time.
I mean, I'm still alive though. Let me try to zoom just a little. I'm still alive though, so that's good. I mean, it's what I expect though. We've been together for what, 8 years now? 7?
No, not that long.
It was 2020.
6.
6 years now.
7.
And I've never thrown a Snickers at her when she's on her period yet.
Yeah, I'm not even on my period though. So.
Oh, and it ain't time. So maybe we gotta wait till see if that.
What do you mean it's not time? Tiffany's too old to get that anymore, I'm pretty sure. Like, she's to that age now, guys. I don't even think that the well's running, dude. Get out of here, man. And plus, who cares? Like, nobody gives a shit, man. Like, shut up.
That's effective.
Boot body cam. No bad idea. He already streams whilst driving and reads the chat. A mobile blanket fort. Not a great idea. Yeah. I mean, you never know. You never know.
When the
Swine
time
coming
comes.
in with the word tooken.
Tooken, word of the day. Jules, the most intelligent people come from Chris Ruff's platform.
Took. Yes.
That's great, home. We have to clip that too. Oh, that's hilarious. The smartest people come from Chris Ruff's platform. Oh my god, I can't even talk right. I've had one too many beers and I can't speak right. Oh no. All right, now let's watch Chris just be an absolute mongoloid. You guys ready?
When the
Swine
time
coming
comes.
in with the word tooken.
Tooken, word of the day. Jules, the most intelligent people come from Chris Ruff's platform.
Took. He has a special limit today.
I was supposed to take a nap earlier and I didn't get to.
Old people do need naps, don't they?
I like this one. I like the next one. Like GS is, I just don't want him harassing us. He's not really funny. But what is funny, let's go to KFAR.
KFAR.
Or KFAT. There's a guy that has a YouTube channel named Kevin.
So this is the first thing is he wants to try to call KFAR fat, which I found absolutely hilarious. He wants to call KFAR fat, dude.
I mean, they're trying to deconstruct me, the fat guy from the Midwest, from
I say
every
fat.
avenue.
I said chubby. I like him chubby.
I'm going with fat, bro. Like, I'm borderline diabetes right now. I got a surgery coming up this week.
How many toes you got?
For your being fat?
Yeah. For getting out of shape. I had a hernia in my stomach for years, and it's finally created a major health issue. So that's where I'm picking up all the weight in the stomach is because I can't digest. So, yeah, I got to get surgery.
God, he even lies about that. No, Chris, the reason why you're gaining so much weight in the midsection is because you can't put down the fucking fork. Just call for what it is. We've all been there at one point. Some of us still are, unfortunately. But you know what? It's what for tomorrow is, right? To better yourself. What if you... Crazy idea, right? What if you walked, Chris? What if you walked? Imagine that or I guess it's more of a waddle right now, but you could eventually graduate to a walk. Imagine you going from a waddle to a walk, man. That would be a milestone in itself.
Kevin Farrar. He's like he's comedy gold because he doesn't mean to be. He's a total lolcow, but he's not even really
Can you
a
hear the
lolcow
projection,
like
dude?
in his content. In other words, you couldn't go to his channel and watch him and it would make you laugh. The dude himself is so stupid that people just laugh. It's like if you had a person like this in your orbit, you would laugh a lot to their existence because he's a fucking retard. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to say that anymore. He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. And he has been stalking us for years now, like years. He was one of the first callers to Department of Child Services. And one of the first people to use his platform to get mass calls.
Whoa, can you prove any of that, Chris? Or is this just you just bullshitting? Because I don't think you can prove any of these claims. I can almost guarantee you can't prove any of these claims. Because that's what you do, Chris. You just come up with some random ass shit to spew out there. I know you've done it about me, man. If you've done it about me, why wouldn't you do it about others?
To the Department of Child Services against us.
Mm-hmm.
What an idiot. And like he really has no purpose. And his whole premise is that he's a YouTuber that's anti-First Amendment because he claims that he worked for a sheriff's department as a corrections officer.
We're gonna speed it up by 1.5, guys, and just so you know, that's such bullshit. KFAR's never said that he's anti-First Amendment. He's just anti-frauditor, anti-grifter, anti-fake actorvist. You know, just wasting people's time and money, and a lot of times giving people misinformation, leading them into bad situations. Right?
To which I looked up his records and he was lying.
No.
No big surprise.
Never.
But you might have noticed the thumbnail. It's a picture of K-Fat, and he's hitting himself. He's going, I can't quit hitting myself. Help me. And the reason for that is over the past few weeks, he's been working with Todd. They got this whole big thing planned out where they're trying to make me and Tiffany look.
Once again, guys, at least for me, a very clear indicator that someone is lying is when they go into chilly laugh mode, right? When they start hysterically chilly laughing, I know they're full of shit.
Like we're doing bad stuff to them. They're playing the victim card. Well, Kevin Farrar has been pretending with his own. I can't make this shit up. I wish I was. He's made his own. He's got sock accounts, like 100 of them. He's got a bunch of sock accounts over the years. And he's been going into his sock accounts and making threats to himself.
That's normal, right?
He threatens himself with his own sock account.
What's funny is Chris is projecting right now because Chris Ryder is doing that exact same thing. There's actually a lot of creators who are looking into this. See, what Chris's idea is Chris thinks that if he can stage enough harassment, he can try to turn around and use it in court. The problem is that what he doesn't realize is when that can all be disproven, it's going to land you in even more shit. Like, I guess you could keep trying to manufacture evidence, Chris, but you're going to end up getting real close to what your buddy Joshua got. I mean, the charges will keep building, man. Just imagine that, right? They find out that half of your evidence is taken out of context and is bunk. What are you going to do then, man? I mean, how are you going to explain that to the judge, Chris?
And then he
like the judge is sitting there, Chris, and she's just looking at you in just complete disgust. Like, you bad boy, you, That's not going to work, Chris. That wasn't the right password.
He's going, look at that, everybody's threatening me. I swear to God, he's been doing this for like 2 weeks. I like to think goes whack, ow, whack. He's hitting himself.
Well, it was a lot funnier when they first told me about it. I was like, so, you mean, let's see.
Yeah, he's been threatening himself, and it's not even real threats, because like he probably scares himself in his threats. But like he'll say like, oh, you're a piece of shit, Kevin Farrar, and I'm coming to your house. And it's him. It is himself saying that to himself. And then he's claiming to his audience that he's phoning it into the police. He hasn't. We've got recorded phone calls with his police where they're saying, no, he ain't made a single call. And I'm just like, maybe a welfare check's in order. Dude's doing it to himself.
Now, don't worry, K-Farm. We're not calling it a welfare check for you. So.
No, I didn't. I could have.
No.
But I was joking with him. I was like, the dude's just a dumbass on the internet with nothing to live for.
Maybe one of your stock accounts will call it a welfare check for you.
Now, the one thing I do notice, guys, is I try to notice commonalities and things that are consistent, right? The one thing I've noticed about Chris is one of his big coping mechanisms is when people call him out for his scams and for his bullshit, he goes, "You have nothing else to live for. You have nothing to live for." Just said that about KFAR. He said that about a lot of other people. I know he said it on my panel too. I wonder how many different clips I can get of him saying that to different individuals. Bet you I can show a pattern.
Can you imagine though?
Be like, somebody's threatening the pasty babysitter in the basement.
Speaking of basements, that dumbass, his wife sold the house he lives in, right? Because it was her dad's house.
Well, then they live in it together?
Well, yeah, but it's her dad's house. Her dad died. His girlfriend's dad died. And it was him that was supporting them because he don't work. Kevin doesn't work.
Oh, of course he does. He does YouTube.
He does YouTube. But I mean, he has like a lifetime of not working. You know what I'm saying? What records do exist of him working for the government? He was like he offered to do like computer email maintenance. He was doing maintenance on their email system.
That's cute.
Right, at the administrative office at the courthouse. So that's what his real job was. But he was a call-in when needed. And the best year that Kevin Farrar has ever had, and I mean, I probably shouldn't laugh, but the best year he ever had was $3,300.
All right, guys. I know that's more than 2. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure I went past. I mean, maybe it is 2. Jonathan, was that 2 or no? I'm pretty sure that was 2, guys, right? We're going to call 3. See? I thought it was 3 too. I know Jonathan. No, yeah. Well, I got one saying 3, one saying 2. I think it's, yeah, see. I thought it was 2 too. Or 2 also. So, yeah. We'll just call it number 2. But, yeah.
For working as a government employee.
I don't like K-Far, but I do have to give him credit. At least he's working. Kevin, at least he's working.
Yeah,
I mean,
he only worked, that's why. Government pays really good by the hour, like too good. And he only made $3,300 one of his 4.
What do you mean you're glad he's he does YouTube now? Like, I mean, that is work, obviously, right? You got to put out videos, got to schedule stuff, got to do lives, got to take time up. But I don't think he still works as whatever. Like I said, guys, Chris and Tiffany, they're just always spewing bullshit constantly.
4 years that he was doing that. Oh. Yeah, so that means he never worked. Like, his hours are really, really, really low. But here's what's funny. So he spends all of his time attacking people on YouTube and making up fake accounts and creating fake victim situations and all this shit. The dumbass, needed to pretty much chill out and leave people alone. But if you're not going to, you're probably going to not want people to find out where you live. You know what I mean? And I don't have any part in this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, what does that mean, guys? That kind of sounds like a bit of a threat, doesn't it? Hold on, let's go back a little bit. This has to get clipped, man.
Government pays really good by the hour, like too good. And he only made $3,300 one of his 4 years that he was doing that. Oh. Yeah, so that means he never worked. Like, his hours are really, really, really low. But here's what's funny. So
the projection from this guy is so heavy, guys. He never worked. His hours were so low. He's like, he was just like me. How I am now.
He spends all of his time attacking people on YouTube and making up fake accounts and creating fake victim situations and all this shit.
That is exactly to the TU. Exactly to the TU. It's so sad that KFAR had to be your scapegoat and your projection target, man.
The dumbass, needed to pretty much chill out and leave people alone. But if you're not going to, you're probably going to not want people to find out where you live. You know what I mean? And I don't have any part in this kind of stuff. Like, I don't care where people live.
We could kill
unless we're filing legal stuff on them. But I do understand how the internet works because.
Then why would you even bring that up, Chris? Why would you even bring that up? You subversive sack. Oh shit.
Obviously, y'all have seen what people have done to us. So, and I don't condone that shit. But Kevin, his wife sold the house that her dad left her. Okay. And in that, there was a real estate company that came and did a walkthrough while they were still there. And they videoed the inside of the house, like with all Kevin shit.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. It was actually kind of like all that shit he does calling DCS on people's kids. His kids were stuck down in the basement with a bunch of old, like, rusty saw blades and like piles of garbage and tools. And like, it was real bad, nasty conditions in that basement. So, I mean, honestly, if anybody, you know, probably
Wait, time the F out. What did he just say?
to pretty much chill out and leave people alone. But if you're not going to, you're probably going to not want people to find out where you live. You know what I mean? And I don't have any part in this kind of stuff. Like, I don't care where people live,
We could kill us.
unless we're filing legal stuff on them. But I do understand how the internet works, because obviously y'all have seen what people have done to us. So, and I don't condone that shit. But Kevin, his wife sold the house that her dad left her. Okay. And in that, there was a real estate company that came and did a walkthrough while they were still there. And they videoed the inside of the house, like with all Kevin shit.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. It was actually kind of like all that shit he does calling DCS on people's kids. His kids were stuck down in the basement with a bunch of old, like, rusty saw blades and like piles of garbage and tools. And like, it was real bad, nasty conditions in that basement. So, I mean, honestly, if anybody.
Oh, really? I would love to see this video. If anyone knows where to find this video at, let me know, because I've got a feeling that's complete bullshit. And plus, how are you going to like compare, like, after someone's done, moved all their shit out and has left the house? Like, how is that a representation of like when they lived there months before? It's just, like I said, you will never get good faith out of these two. And you know what? That's fine. Let them spurg, let them be bad faith until the trial date, because I'm a true believer in karma. I believe karma is a real thing. And I believe that the universe tends to unfold as it should. So we'll keep seeing what's going on, I guess, right? Tick tock, tick tock.
You know, probably needed the kids to be checked in on. That was not a good situation for those kids. I mean, one of them was a baby at the time.
But did he have them down in the
Yeah,
basement?
he was keeping them in the bed.
And here's Chris, always so worried about everybody else's children to make up for the fact that he has none, but has been trying to peddle it off like he does have children for the last, I don't know, 2 years now. So, and then remember, guys, he's got really cool people who are his friends, like the angry vet right here, Kevin, who, remember, he doesn't care about people, having people's addresses, not for any reason. Well, except for, I guess, getting $250 from your buddy, right?
Basement. And it wasn't just a basement, it was bad. Like, the area that the kids' rooms were, it had garbage and like rusty saw blades and razor blades and like wiring and shit
What was
like
he
that.
doing?
He just threw all his fucking tools in a pile, and it was all right there. So like,
He could have at least thrown his tools out the pile like you do.
well, at least throw them in a trailer or
Well, you
something.
don't
Lock
put
them
your
up.
tools out the pile.
Actually, my
you
tools
know.
are in really good shape.
Yeah, your tools are taken care of.
But no, the kids' rooms were down.
And you hear that, guys? His tools are in really good shape. You want to know why Chris's tools are in such great shape? Killa, I bet he can get in the comments before I get it out. Killa, why would his tools be in such great shape? Killa knows. He's a lot like me. Because you don't use them. That's why they stay in such good shape. When they sit in your bag, not being used for fucking years on end, of course, they're going to be in great condition. Fucking idiot, man.
There. So the problem would be, like, when he was asleep upstairs, if the kid had come out of their bedroom, didn't know any better, or if the little kid with the little, bouncy thingy with wheels that they had one of those there, if that kid had rolled
Okay,
over
well,
into
hang
the
on. You know what? I just realized.
what?
I'm not going to lie, dude. Chris wants to talk about people stalking him. I literally have fucking chills down my spine at like how much he retained from that video of inside Kfar's house. Like, he's like, well, what about that little walker that you could see? The baby had to have been using that. It's like, dude, you are so fucking weird, Chris. You are, and look at how intrigued he is too, guys. This dude needs fucking checked. I hope they check him. Look at this dude. He is straight concerned about some other people's kids, bro. But then wants to claim other people are when they check him on his lies when he doesn't have kids. And then you'll say you don't have kids, Chris. Why are you so obsessed with the kids? Why are you so focused on them? Shut up, dude. Literally, Chris, just shut up. You're literally stupid. Just shush.
It's no hassle. But all I'm saying, they're gonna get a. I'm just. Knock, knock. Who's there? Look, let me tell you a little story about a man named Even before you start, that was a preemptive Just know I have a whole bag of with your name on it.
Now watch how focused Chris is, guys, right?
We're breaking our number 1 rule right now.
Oh yeah, we are.
Let's
Anyway, the point being, and it
Let's
started because, like I said,
I
Look
get
at
it. You were
that.
trying to explain it.
I was just
Let's-
explaining
that.
because he was the one that
Now remember, guys, I've only been 10 minutes into here. I have not seen all of this. Okay. And I'm not going to lie. I completely veered off my plan. I'm 40 minutes, almost 45 minutes and only 15 minutes through this. So I'm going to play this out the rest of the way. But just listen to how fucking weird this guy is. And thank God Tiffany checked him, because if she would have let him keep going down that path, it would have been pretty damn revealing. I mean, I think it's already pretty revealing how fucking weird and stalkerish he is. You know, once again, this guy who's going, everyone's victimizing me and bullying me and harassing me and stalking me. Listen to this dude's like recount of the video. He's like, yeah, man. I mean, this dude was super focused. I mean, he really knowed at the inside of Kevin's old house quite a bit. I mean, talk about fucking creeper vibes.
initiated
Agree.
false calls on your kids.
I get that. I get that. So that part has been covered.
Anyway,
Why does Tiffany want to get off the subject so bad? Why does it make her so nervous? Weird, guys. Weird.
Kevin, a grown ass man, kind of, is over hitting himself. And he's going, help me. And he's telling his audience to call the police for him. And nobody has. Nobody has called the police. Not him, not none of his fans, none of them. And it is really freaking weird that he's doing that. It's really freaking weird. And he's also trying to get people to call.
Well, he's just trying to contribute to your fan base, you know.
Well, he's also trying to get people to call my prosecutor.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And he's saying that like 3 people are involved in victimizing him, when really it's just him and his own soccer accounts. If there is anybody that's arguing with him, maybe that might be a case. I don't know. Somebody's always arguing with Kevin. You know what I mean? He's always starting an argument somewhere. He goes to Facebook and sends dirty messages to people. And then, you know, he plays victim whenever they respond to him on YouTube. I know this because he did it to us. But yeah, it's strange because he's alleging that I'm one of them, I think. I just can't quite, I don't know. I don't pay attention to the dumbass. But he's trying to tell people that we're stalking him. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that one. And then perhaps my favorite thing that I wanted to share with, my favorite meltdown that I want to share with you, is that the business partner of the corrupt Meade County government officials, Christopher Ruff, otherwise known as Direct D, is having a full-blown meltdown.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I think's like an interesting one, because
he's stepping on every foot in the market available. And he doesn't even choose people to go to combat that are combative people. You know what I mean?
What I've seen is the armed fisherman. The armed fisherman is so freaking sweet.
Right.
Like, he is one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet.
Right. And he don't even know what the fuck's going
In
on.
his video, he's like, I don't understand why Christopher Ruff is doing this.
Right.
And then Christopher Ruff took it and he cut it, and he's like just wilding out, going crazy, and I don't understand.
Yeah, this is the end of Chris's days.
He's went off the deep end. So
Well, he's been off the deep end since he became a government employee.
Yes, he
Well,
has.
I say employee, but he's an informant. That's what he is. He's an informant. He's got a handler somewhere in Arizona, I believe. But he also has
hey, brown sugar.
which I don't think Meade County, Kentucky government is not going to be able to. They're probably promising him all kinds of shit, like to get him out of his felonies and the warrants that he's got out on him. But they can't do nothing in the end of the day. Maybe just put in a word for him. So he's getting tricked.
Well, I mean, why doesn't he just continue to snitch like he has been?
That's what he's doing. But he doesn't really have anything to snitch
I
on.
know, but he doesn't want to get involved with the government. Well,
His
no,
promise-
he does if he's going to snitch either way.
He's
yeah.
not snitching, Tiff. His promise is to ruin what they think is a 1A community.
Mhm.
That's what he's supposed to do. That's his job. His job was to take his platform, which had a couple 100,000.
Now, guys, we've got Chris over here, and he really seems like he is just so like concerned with this whole 1A community that he keeps trying to reach out to and hoping that he can get somebody to kind of suck his ass on, you know? And I want to show this real quick, guys. Hold on. Now, I will say when NBK uploaded this, he did have a problem. It does not look like the audio is synced with the video. But look at this right here, guys.
Problem that we had already, like the group, that's why I told you the other day, like, you're not going to out me whenever you hear me say fuck the First Amendment community, because I mean it. You know what I'm saying? This shit, this drama, this back and forth and attacking each other and not doing the job that they're saying they're doing. Look, man, fuck that, right?
Now, remember, this was whenever Chris got upset that all the other auditors that he tried to tag in a post wouldn't come and defend his bullshit and lies. Him and Tiffany got up and said, we're not really breaking up. We're breaking up with the 1A community. And Chris basically said, yeah, fuck the 1A community. They're not even doing their jobs. Like, as if their job is to cover and lie for you, you fucking idiot.
Right? So fuck the First Amendment community. Fuck all this bullshit. Fuck that, right? So fuck the First Amendment community. Fuck all this bullshit. Problem that.
Yeah, Chris, you probably shouldn't get drunk and start ranting, man. It's not good, you know. So, but let's get back to where we were at.
And viewers, and just turn the whole 1A thing upside down. That was his project. And he always overdoes it. Like, he always thinks he's doing better than he is. So, like, in his little meth brain right now, he's thinking, I'm doing my job. But what he's really doing is he's making himself look so stupid, and he's tanking everything. And the only reason he has any views right now is because people want to see the clusterfuck downfall. And he's literally titling his videos the downfall of other people, but it's really people watching the downfall of government rough. That's what you're really watching, is the downfall of rough. You know, we knew this was coming a year.
So let's just take a step back real quick, guys. Just have a little bit of personal time real quick. Hold on. Get this down. Okay. So let's take a step back as grown adults and let's use our brains. Let's use logic real quick. So Chris's entire defense is surrounded and wraps around the idea that he's going to be able to point out this huge conspiracy. Remember, guys, Chris has the big board up on the wall with all the different thumbtacks and the string and the yarn leading to different pictures and to different events. And he's going to try to claim that there's I think he's claimed now probably over 20 different individuals are all in cahoots with the government to go after him because he's just so important. Can anybody in the comments tell me where that might go awry for him? Because it sounds like some Twilight Zone stories that will very, very easily cause a judge to just shut down. That's what I'm thinking. So, and yeah, when it comes to Tav, we're not done with this stream yet. We will be covering Tav too, because that's part of the huge news. I really want Kevin to watch this second part of this stream. It's just for him. So, all right, guys, let's get back to the video at hand.
Over a year ago, when he came after me is when he fell. He came after me for the government. He was wrong, and he got put.
All right, guys, so this is another thing. So Chris is now trying to claim that Ruff came after him because of the government. So then if we're going under that presumption, I guess that Rogue Nation is also a government plant, and AEC is also a government plant too. And then they all also must work with Ruff since they were all on that live stream together, right? Because it was all because of the government, right, Chris? It had nothing to do with the fact that I did a review on a Dummy Kruger video, and it happens that AEC was still subscribed to me because I guess he subbed a while back, and he saw that, and Dummy Kruger's video was solid enough to make him question your ass. So you can keep lying, Chris. The government didn't send anybody. I'm the one that posted the video that caught AEC's attention, which led to that live stream. So guess what, Chris? I am the crack. I am the one who started. I lit the fire. I started the Chris Riders a Scammer Grifter fire. A little channel like me. Bigger channels saw it. They interviewed you. And since then, it's been nothing but a fucking expose fest on your ass. Tick tock, Chris. Tick tock. The 15th's coming up very soon. Keep lying, buddy. Keep lying.
In check, and he has been getting destroyed ever since. So, you know, the dude just can't help but continue to destroy himself. It's like they're having meltdowns. But I think that because I got court coming up, and I don't just have these two bullshit charges coming up, right behind it, me and Tiffany both have another pretrial. And they have somehow lied to themselves and convinced themselves that it's our jury trial. Babe, do you know that they did that? Who are you texting?
Oh, I had a message I needed to respond to.
Did you even know about this, babe?
What?
They have been lying to themselves so hard that they made themselves believe that you and me have jury trial next week.
Oh.
They made themselves believe that.
But that's like a year out.
I know. We just have pretrial.
Oh.
But they've lied to themselves so hard now that they fully believe their own lies. So they're panicking, thinking we got jury coming up and we're going to be found innocent. Which we will when we go to jury.
Release the files. Is it appropriate to say on our YouTube channel?
What?
Says, want to know what?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Say, have at it.
Okay.
The ref's already smashed, though, bro. And I agree with you. Release the files. Our government is bad, bad, bad. Release the files. That's a good name. I haven't been reading chat.
Well, I've been trying to keep up with chat.
Then you can always email me at 04, the number's 0 and a 4, publicsafety@gmail.com.
Yeah, dummy handed Chris his ass. You know that Chris has been stalking Kruger too. After Kruger did the videos on him, he started sending him threats, saying he was going to take everything he owned. It was one of the best spurgs I've seen, actually. Pretty funny, man. You know, Chris, he's said the same thing about a lot of people. I'll take everything you own. No, you won't, Chris. You'll be eating fucking half-eaten Snicker bars if you're lucky and getting your puddings taken every single day in multiple instances. I'm not just talking about physical pudding, but
we wanted to catch up with you. I thought it was hilarious when I got a hold of the Michigan now. I got a hold of the police that are over the jurisdiction where Kevin lives, just to see if he's been making false calls and saying, lying to him and telling him that he's been getting threatened by YouTube accounts, when I can prove to the cops, well, I did prove to the cops that it's his own sock accounts. I just wanted them to know that if they were getting calls.
No, you didn't. You didn't prove anything, Chris. You're literally all talk. You make claim, you make a claim, you make a claim. You never give information or evidence to support the claim that you make. And you just carousel the same shit, dude. Like, you literally have been put in check now by other auditors who have said that you're a fucking lying piece of shit, dude. Literally told you, all right, support your claim. Like, you remember when Midwest really put you in your place and said, show me the information? Anytime anybody asks you to show the proof, Chris, you tell them that they have to go find it. Are you going to tell that to the judge at pretrial or trial, Chris? It wasn't me, I swear. And then when they ask you to present evidence, you go, well, you got to go find it, judge. It's out there. You should already been aware of this.
That they don't need to take it like he's actually getting threatened. I showed him that it's himself threatening himself. And they were like, bro, don't worry about it, man. We get crazies on the internet all the time, and we don't know the guy, and he's never called. Nobody's called for him.
He says, make a list of everyone Chris is talking about and have everyone support each other.
Yeah.
When Ruff tries to destroy the community needs to come together.
I agree with you. But here's the thing. The community isn't really that.
Exactly. See, this is one thing Chris is right. There is no community. All right? There is no community. Just call it for what it is. There was never a community. All right? Yeah. Do certain creators have a support base? Sure. But I'm sorry, it's not a community. All right? It's a community to me. All right? And that's apparent and evident by the way you've got assholes like this who have said, fuck the 1A community, and they keep wiffle-waffling back and forth. Right? One day it's fuck the 1A community. Then they act like they're a part of it. And then the people who are supposedly a part of this imaginary community don't even ever call them out about it and go, well, you just said fuck us last week. Like, nobody calls them out either. That's how you know there's no community. Because if there was an actual community, they would have already said, fuck you guys. You guys already said, fuck us. Fuck you.
Like the 1A community, it's never really been an actual community.
Hey, Steffi.
There's been some people who are friends with each other, and I have a group like that inside of the 1A. And then there's a group that don't like
Yes, Chris, you do have friends like that. Like you've got Kevin, who has even self-admitted that he's got you wrapped around his fat little chubby index finger and that you'll do anything he tells you to do, right? Isn't that scary, man, that he's saying that to other people, that he's got your mind, that he's laid eggs in your brain, and now you're under his control? I mean, God, does that make you feel like a little bitch, dude? You know? And then what? Like you've got people like Cliff who one day claims you're a piece of shit and you're a liar and that he doesn't support you and he doesn't understand why people lump you in with him even though he's your nutsucker. But then like he'll whiff a waffle too and be like, "Oh, I do support Chris though. Hold on, guys. I need some oxygen." Okay, yeah, so let him go. You take your hands off of him. That's my boyfriend. Press harder.
Somebody in somebody else's circle, blah, blah, blah. It's just like any other. Think of it like a high school. You know what I'm saying? Think of it like a high school. You're gonna have your cliques. Everybody's got a name. Everybody's got like their thing, and that's really what the whole environment. If you're talking about what you're calling a community, it's really what it's like. You know, you got one kid that hates that kid. You got these kids that all sit at the same lunch table.
He says, then make one. You're saying what he wants you to say.
No, we're still united in this. Everyone knows that Ruff is a jackass who's against everybody in the school. He's not going to succeed at shit. Have you not seen who Chris Ruff is?
Manipulate it, guys.
Will you use your phone for good reasons here and pull up the?
Hey, my last reason was a good reason.
Oh, I didn't even know. I'm just asking if you'll do this. Will you pull up the two news articles that Chris went to the news with? Yeah. So a couple years ago, Ruff ran to the news and begged them to publish a story for him, and it's in your text.
I'm looking for it. There we go.
Yeah, it's in there. Y'all want to hear the news article on Ruff?
Do you guys think that Ryder's just really upset because Ruff put out an AI video of him making out with Tiffany? I think so. I think that Chris is really nervous at the fact that he very well might go to prison. Tiffany might be able to whiff a wall for her fat ass out of the charges, and then that leaves her all alone. You know, and to be fair, guys, I'm pretty sure this is a quote from many people like Mark Twain and many other famous men. But the quote goes something like, "Past behavior is the best predictor of future behaviors." And let's look at Tiffany's past behavior whenever her spouse had to go to jail or prison. What happened last time? Well, if you guys need, you might not be here right now, but I bet you number 2, Billy, could tell you exactly what happens after a couple months. Loyalty isn't a thing with this troglodyte. So, yes, Kevin, you might get a shot, bud.
Rough situation because they did a little more digging and honesty than he wanted them to do. Put it one in chat if you want to hear the news article with a little more honesty than Ruff intended for him to do.
All right, number 3, guys.
He ran to them begging them to do an article, and they did the article, and they didn't side with him. He claims that they were like, everybody was in his favor, but no, they introduced some facts here. All right, you want to read it? Start at the beginning.
No, I was going to start in the middle.
end is just someone that come from YouTube and just watched. You don't have to read that because it's just a bunch of drawn out.
Okay,
I mean, you can
the
if
first
you want.
article that you sent me. Is this one?
Yeah, do that one.
Okay. It says, videographer Christopher Ruff says he has a target on his back, thanks to a Gilbert Police Department document calling him a threat. The 33-year-old Mesa man who calls himself a First Amendment auditor is well known among Valley law enforcement for showing up at scenes with a camera in hand to record officers in action from a public space. He's also not above taunting them in the videos, calling them dumbasses and stupid if he feels they're overstepping their authority. Ruff, who goes by the handle Direct D, uploads these videos on YouTube and other social media platforms. His YouTube channel has 233,000 subscribers. This time, however, one of his videos landed him on a Gilbert Police Officer Awareness Bulletin.
Uh-oh. Here we get into it. Make sure y'all are listening closely here.
Wait, what are the 2s for?
The 2s are people that didn't want to hear it.
Oh.
I think, unless they changed the votes. Because I said put it one in chat if you want to hear it.
Oh, everybody's saying 2s.
Oh, it's a different. That's got to be something else. And remember, they're 10 seconds behind us, honey. So.
Oh, I know, but I'm so confused.
Okay.
If I don't want to hear it, I don't want to read it.
Well, they're almost done with it anyway. And I want to tell you on the facts. Figure it out. We've done some research and got some records on this. Okay. So in a video, the date was what? Just read it again.
Look at. Oh.
It's Nikki that said something. Is what they're trying to tell you.
Oh.
Nikki did a vote. We'll see it in a minute.
All right.
We need to do this.
Do you want me to continue reading?
Yeah, I want you to read the date of the video that they're discussing here.
It's June 24th video.
There was a video that he published on June 24th. It was a live stream. And in that video, Ruff did what Ruffy does. He threw a little hissy fit. He got all mad and he threw a little hissy fit and he couldn't watch his stupid little mouth. And he said some shit. And she's about to read you what he said. And we all know this is Ruff. This is what he does.
All right. It says Mr. Ruff's threatening statements directed at law enforcement community in the original June 24th video warranted the Gilbert Police Department to prepare an officer awareness bulletin, which provides notifications.
So just out of curiosity, does anyone know what this has to do with the fact that they're about to both go to prison? That's like them saying, well, Chili went to jail July of last year. Like, yeah, that's true. Or maybe it was even July of the year before, right? But either way, yeah, I mean, that's a fact. But what the fuck does that have to do with what's going on right now? Like, good job trying to like deflect, guys. Right? And this whole time you're deflecting, where's your child at? Where's your great mothering. Great mothering, Tiffany. Good job. If only you could treat the kids like you do your lizard.
And awarenesses to the law enforcement community. And department spokeswoman Brenda Carrasco in an email statement. The Officer Awareness Bulletin outlined the threatening statements directed at the law enforcement community, cautions the officers who may contact Mr. Ruff regarding his threatening statements, and provides that there was no probable cause to arrest Mr. Ruff at that time related to his June 24th video. Carrasco did not respond to questions such as how many other individuals had the department issued bulletins on, how widespread Ruff's bulletin was disseminated, and how a person who is considered a threat is handled during an encounter. That bulletin means you're a threat, Ruff said in an interview. I've only ever documented them. I've never committed a crime.
I want the audience's opinion on this. If you guys think that if Chris Ryder came into possession of a document that was being sent out to all the Kentucky police in his area, or sorry, not Kentucky, because he lives in Indiana now. But if there was a bulletin that was sent out to all of the Indiana police saying that Chris and Tiffany are a threat, do you think that Chris would be shouting to the fucking mountaintops, look, they're targeting me, guys. Look, I told you, I got proof. They're targeting me. They're targeting me. If you guys think he would do that, put a 1 in the chat, because I guarantee you on my sweet bottom dollar ass that fucking he would do that 100%. Okay, so once again, I'm very lost on where he's like trying to go with this. Yeah, Ruff found a bulletin. He decided that it was wrong that this shit was being released, and I believe he published it himself, which is part of the reason he's got the charges or had the charges he had. So once again, I could be wrong about that. I don't remember all the circumstances, with that situation. But the point is once again, is what does this have to do? Like, you keep saying, Chris, that you shouldn't have to present this evidence and you shouldn't have to be forced to do all this stuff and that it should be safe for the judge in a courtroom. Yet week after week, you come up here and you keep slinging the same bullshit and the same lies. So why don't you stay consistent? If this whole needs to be left off the internet, then why do you keep putting it back up on the internet?
This is the beginning of the end for the First Amendment.
Wait a minute. That's Ruff's quote. He said he didn't commit a crime. But if he didn't commit a crime, then he wouldn't have pulled the video and edited the crime out of the video. She's going to go on.
Okay. He says, enjoy it while it lasts. Ruff said his purpose is to catch violations of his First Amendment rights and hold police accountable for following rules and procedures. Gilbert Police said Ruff posted a video on June 24th directing threats towards law enforcement. Christopher states in his 13.5-minute long video that he will cut the heads off of law enforcement officers.
Wait, what? What did Christopher Ruff state in his fucking video? Wait a minute. Before you say it again, before you read it really loudly.
And I just want to show you guys how disgusting of a human being Chris is. Look at how excited he is. He's like, oh my God, this is such an egregious claim. This will totally take all the attention off all the lies and bullshit that I've caused. Like, oh my God, guys, I'm so excited. It's really bad. Oh no.
This is the business partner of a corrupt Kentucky government official from Meade County, Kentucky, who has pressed 15 false charges on me. And here's what Ruff said in one of his First Amendment audit videos. Go.
That he will cut the heads off of law enforcement officers.
What?
And they will not be able to survive an encounter with him.
He's going to cut their fucking heads off, is what he said. He said he was going to cut their fucking heads off. I hate to tell you, Ruff, but that's a crime, you fucking moron.
Yeah.
You can't tell somebody you're going to cut their fucking head off. And look, it was only a year later that he held a knife to the screen saying he was coming to kill my horses.
Oh, he
That's
did?
illegal, dude.
Really? He did? Because that never happened, Chris. You're so full of shit, dude. Oh yeah, and do you guys see, dude? Chris is still coping over the elevator situation. Like he's literally still trying to be like, haha, in your faces. And he's sharing like the same article that he already spurred about in a live stream before his channel got deleted. It's like, dude, Chris, you're fucking stupid. You got stuck in an elevator. You made a complete ass of yourself. It will forever live in YouTube infamy that you're an idiot. And there's nothing you can do about it, bro. You can cope as hard as you want, Ryder. Your dumbass got stuck in an elevator because you lack simple listening skills, bro. Simple listening skills and logic are not your forte. Or else you would have seen there was a card reader there to operate the elevator. You absolute troglodyte.
Artlist's AI
number
voiceover
4
feature allows you to turn your words into voices you never.
What an idiot. That is a Kentucky corrupt official's business partner right now. What? Okay, that wasn't the only thing he said in this video that he cut out of the video and then republished it on different platforms. Go ahead.
Christopher also states at the end of his video, he is going to smoke any cop that comes after him.
He said, if I hate to tell you, any of you cops come after me, I'm going to smoke you. For him, it's smoke you. Many, many myths. So he threatened the police as a whole, all of them. And he goes, I'm going to cut your fucking heads off. And
you know what the saddest thing in, guys, is that it's 31 minutes in. Why do I feel like there's like a poor child just left in the living room alone with a dog going, where's mom and her crazy boyfriend at? They said they'd be back 15 minutes ago.
will not survive an encounter with me. Well done, dumbass.
Oh, well, now this one's super hard to believe. It says the bulletin goes on to note that Ruff has a history of posting degrading and defamatory comments towards law enforcement and court officials on his YouTube channel, Direct D, after having interactions with him.
No, wait, remember, y'all, this was Chris calling around to different news media sources and begging them to publish an article about him. He's been telling people on YouTube that what they wrote was in his favor. Put a one in chat if you think this is not in Chris's favor.
And just so you guys know, as soon as we get through this, we will be looking at a video that was put out not too long ago by Anya. I believe Anya's got some things she needs to say and get out. And I've met Anya. She's super nice. And I would very much like to throw out. Actually, you know what, guys? We're going to take a quick break. That's what we're going to do. Let's do this. We'll take a quick break. And we'll do this. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so this should be in my history now. All right, guys. Hold on.
Our relationship started, people started trying.
Okay. 1 second, y'all. All right. Here we go. So, guys, this video I am putting up right now, this is from Anya. She is the mate of Billy. Let's see here. And she's got some things she wants to say, guys. All right, let's pull it up right here. All right, guys. So once again, this is Anya Meadows. She has 34 subscribers. If you guys could do me a favor, go over there and sub. Because if you are good faith, before you have a decision on a matter, you probably want to hear both sides, right? That way you can make an informed decision on how to think or feel about a situation. So all I'm saying is, what's up, Warren? Thanks for stopping in, man. All I'm saying is just check her out. So that being said, let's start this, guys.
Trying to sabotage.
Oh, your ex-husband went straight to fucking Facebook and started telling people
And
that I
I
was a
don't want to talk
pedo.
about that one either.
I do.
It's funny that he says that because Billy didn't call him a pedo. Billy said he got caught touching a little boy's penis in the bathroom, which would kind of seem like that, unless he's saying Chris has a little boy penis, which is exactly what he was saying.
Dude, fuck him. Fuck Billy.
I'm still hoping and praying that if I don't say his name, that he'll disappear.
Well, that's because you're still.
Did that idiot just say she wishes my husband would disappear? Fucking moron.
Right, because here's the question, Tiffany. Who would take care of your daughter? We know sure as fuck you aren't going to do it. You got an answer, Tiffany? I didn't think so.
Scared of him. Fuck that motherfucker. And fuck his fucking wife that keeps saying shit and keeps sending fake fucking emails to everybody.
I love how Chris is so salty and pissed off. Chris is the original one who brought this onto social media, whether it be Facebook or whether it be YouTube. Chris is quite literally the one who started fucking everything. That's why, to me, it's going to be even sweeter when his ass gets locked up in the fucking pokey.
I would love to see the said emails. He just wants to find someone to blame for his business being shitty.
Lies.
The other reason that I do not play into their bullshit is because I'm doing it out of respect for our daughter. And that's the only...
She has so much respect for her daughter that she wants the parent that is the sole provider for her daughter to disappear. You can't make this shit up. What a fucking idiot.
The time I'm going to say that, that's the only time I'm going to mention that. And whenever I'm involved in something,
they're just hiding behind her.
Well, I can't help that. You know what? I can't help that.
Yeah, but they're not stopping, Tiffany. That's
no,
the thing.
They're not. They're not. But I'm not going to stoop down to their level.
I'm not telling you to stoop to their level, but we need to keep standing up, baby. Because the shit that they've been doing recently.
Here. I'm still here.
I know.
And that's one thing.
He just said the shit we're doing recently. I don't have a clue what he's talking about. Is it because we went to court to stand up for our daughter when someone was trying to put a fake EPO saying she was being harassed? She was not being harassed. She is not being harassed. We have never went to the zoo with GS.
And yeah, guys, so if you didn't know, Chris tried lying at the last EPO hearing, trying to claim that Billy was there to basically harass or intimidate him, when in fact, Billy was a key witness, because one of the claims Ryder made in his false EPO is that GS was threatening Billy's daughter, right? Billy and Tiffany's daughter. Billy was going to be there. I believe even the daughter was going to write something down to let the judge know Chris is completely and utterly full of shit and he's a downright liar. So, you know, Chris spurred at court. He tried to make a big deal of it until the lawyer said, that's one of my key witnesses. You're not kicking him out.
You guys are idiots. Absolute fucking idiots. And I'm over it.
And that my haters can't stand is that I'm still.
Yeah, but honey, you're not the one being called.
I know you.
A pedophile.
I've never called him that, but he should really stop obsessing over people's children. Might help. I don't know.
Damn it.
One that is suffering the damages. And
yes, they've destroyed my business. I watched a video where Anya fucking Meadows, that bitch.
Nobody destroyed your business, Chris. Fucking woe was me, Chris Ryder. Woe was me. Woe was me. Well. Here, I'll put the link in. I'll put the link for Anya in here. There's got to be a copy. Copy link address. No, not open link. Copy link address. Here we go. Boom. There it is right there. That should be clickable, guys. If you, like I said, if you would please go over and subscribe to her. I would love to see more videos from her and Billy where they break down, maybe even show some backup like, nah, Chris is full of shit. Look at this document here, you know, something like that. So
bragging about having people flood call my company, and I haven't had fucking working 3 months because of that bullshit. So, you know.
Hi, I'm that bitch. But there's never been a video telling someone to flood call his business. He is the owner of the business. So how could you flood call him? That doesn't make any sense.
You might be okay with it, and you might be all right with him hiding behind your daughter and saying that, don't attack me back because they're daughter. But I'm not okay with getting my company destroyed. I'm not okay
I understand
with my
that,
reputation
but
getting
at
ruined.
the same time, there.
So what I've gathered by this video is we've come full circle. It has started with Billy and I, everything being our fault. Then we went to Wrangler, JJ, GS, Frauditor Watch, Frauditor Mania, everybody in between. Now we're back to me and Billy. So I guess we're going to get another lawsuit that we'll have to hire a lawyer for. He's going to civil sue us. Whatever, dude. There is no emails coming from me. You have no video saying that I told people to flood call you. You're a fucking moron. Both of you are a moron. And Tiffany, for you, I was the one 2 weeks ago that reached out to you to give you information. And the next day you try to have my husband thrown in jail for showing up at a court date. So as far as I'm concerned, I will no longer be contacting you. You can get your information another way.
Is an avenue of recourse, and YouTube is not it.
No, but speaking out is going to happen everywhere I am.
Okay, well,
if I'm
it's not
YouTube,
going
if
to
I'm on the
happen where
streets,
I
if
am.
I'm in front of somebody's buildings, if I'm inside a building,
But did you hear what I just said? It's
if
not
I'm at work,
going to happen where.
I know you guys don't hear from me that often, except for down in the comments, but I think I'm going to start being more vocal, maybe more videos, we'll see. I'm completely over these people. I'm over for everything that they stand for. I'm over every lie that they have ever made of me and my husband and our daughter. I'm just over them, and I am tired of sitting back and being quiet, because that will not happen anymore. I'm going to be loud, and I'm going to be proud. For you guys, have an awesome day. I'm going to go finish my last day in California. It is like 5 a.m. here, and everybody is asleep. So I'm going to go wake them up, and let's start the day. Have an awesome day, guys.
And good for you, Anya. You know, I think you should be more vocal about it. Because, you know, here's the thing is, Billy tried to be vocal about it. And you know what Chris did, guys? Chris did everything he could to shut down every single channel that let Billy speak and give his side and his perspective. Seems like a very common theme with Chris. You know, Chris says that there's tyranny he's fighting, but the only tyrannical one is Chris. Why does he try to silence? He wants to try to hide behind the moniker of like an auditor or like a free speech activist while actively trying to silence everybody else's speech. He just admitted to it earlier, guys. Yeah, I went ahead and I filed copyright strikes on GS. Now he's got 3. So, you know, according to the policies, you know, he's going to go out now. You know, he's got 3. You know, I'm going to act like I know about the policies, even though I violated it when I decided to post prawn to my first channel. But, you know, whatever, you know, it is what it is. Right. So, all right, guys, let's get back to the clown show.
He's the one that asked for this.
It's not in his favor.
This doesn't sound like it's in his favor to me. Put a 1 in chat if you agree. It's not in his favor. This don't look good on you, Ruff. And this is only one article. You've got 2 companies to publish stories, and we'll go over both of them, buddy. He's over there having fights with all the people that used to support him and built his YouTube channel, while we're over here exposing his dumbass. I hope he turns it on and watches this. We know you'll see it in a little bit, Ruffy boy. All right, go ahead, baby.
It cautioned officers that Ruff is not allowed to have weapons.
Oh, that's right, because he spent 7 or 8 years in the federal pen for threatening to kill a teenager with a loaded gun that he beat the shit out of, where he fraudulently got him to bring $1,000, making him think he was going to help him buy a car.
From food grade lubricant.
That's number 5, isn't it, guys? Well, let me go back. Pretty sure it's number 5. Last time was number 4. Yes, it was. Okay. So number 5. Number pad. Where did you go on 3? 5. Number 5 ad.
To LED lighting and every product in between.
That was number 5.
All in one place and easy to order. Call, click, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Yes, Kelly W. I even took time out to go and watch the video that the angry fisherman Armed fisherman.
No,
Not the
yeah,
angry fisherman,
it is
the armed
fine.
fisherman.
Yeah, we'll put a link to the armed fisherman's video in this. He's really confused because he's just a nice guy that hasn't kept up
And
with
I
things.
was really confused because I don't watch YouTube and I didn't even know his channel name.
We'll put the link into his video, and y'all can go over there and help him understand what's going on with Ruff.
If you want to.
Right.
Okay, so it says, but it is unknown at this time if he has access to any. Talking about the weapons.
Yeah.
Ruff served a 7-year prison sentence for armed robbery and kidnapping and was released in 2017. Since then, his run-ins with the law, including jail time, have been over his filming and streaming.
That's what he's saying.
In October 2022, a Mesa judge sentenced Ruff to 5 days in jail over videotaping 4 police incidents and walking into a restricted area in Mesa City Plaza building after being told not to. Ruff also was ordered not to film police in Mesa for 3 years.
Actually, in that video, what he did was they had the upstairs was restricted from public access because the upstairs didn't have anything for the public up there. And Ruff,
Oh, I remember that video. We were both laughing at
we
it.
were laughing because it was obviously a properly restricted area.
Right.
And he's just such a Billy Badass on the internet that he had to walk up there and he goes, I'm Direct D. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am? I can go up these steps if I want to. And he did. He went up the steps and the cops were like super cool with him in the moment. And then they all talked to each other about it. And they're like, no, man, don't, just because he's a fucking, YouTuber, don't let him get away with doing something that's not okay. And they went out and arrested him. I'm all for challenging when there is violations going on. I'm all for that. But Ruff never did really do that. He only ever instigated and tried to start controversy to get clicks and views, which worked for him.
The only thing that I've ever really seen from Ruff, except for what I've been forced to watch lately, is the video that we watched where we were laughing at him about him going upstairs. Him being a bumper jumper.
The bumper jumping. Like, he goes out with a group of people who are trying to actually do something. And for like everybody else was doing their thing, like following the law along the way, like on the boundary of following the law. And Ruff decides that he's going to show off and he jumps on the cop car's bumpers. It starts jumping up and down. It was almost like he was trying to get the group arrested. Put a one in chat if y'all think maybe he was trying to get everybody arrested. Freeman and
Did he
everybody.
get arrested?
No.
Oh.
But it seems to me like he was trying to get everybody else in trouble, is what I think. We got some ones flying on that one too.
Oh, I seen something about one of the trolls. That troll is absolutely irrelevant.
I don't care. All right.
I was trying to
I think
think of the
that
other
one's pretty
time.
much over, isn't it? Like,
Well, it also says, the bulletin also warned officers to exercise extreme caution when conducting enforcement or making an arrest.
that's reasonable. If a dude says that if you encounter me, I'm going to smoke you and cut your fucking head off, there's nothing wrong with putting a bulletin out and say, hey, be careful. We don't even know. We've been told this guy still has weapons. He's a felon. He's been saying he's going to smoke us and cut our heads off.
And the bulletin also stated that Ruff
Thanks for being here, Midwest Accountability. If you want, put your link in the chat, man.
posts the home addresses, phone numbers, and private photos of law enforcement and court officials, and has invited viewers to contact those individuals in a harassing manner.
Now, I actually got screenshots and copies and the edited out portions of this video.
So Bluff believes that they did arrest him for being a bumper jumper.
Oh, did he get arrested for jumping on the bumper? My bad. Thank you. I didn't know that. But I think he was trying to screw it up for everybody. Knowing what I know, knowing now what I know about him, I think he's always.
What a backtrack. He literally just said, yeah, Chris has no fucking clue what's going on. This is why you can't believe anything the dude says. He literally doesn't get anything right. He can't even get simple concepts like bond versus probation down pat. And he wants to go running his mouth. He just did a mislead earlier where he goes, yeah, Ruff attacked a teenage boy. The kid was 18, okay? He's an adult, right? But once again, that's the typical manipulation judo tactics that Ryder likes to use. Just the same way how for the last 2 years, he's been trying to claim he has kids. How many times does Chris claim, my kids are coming after my kids, when he's in the shouting match with Aztec Ninja? The reason behind that, guys, is because Chris is a liar. He's built his whole channel off of a fantasy, off of his little world that he's created. Because that's what narcissists do, is they live in their own reality. And the second that real life reality comes colliding in with their little reality, that's when the sparks start to fly. Like right now, having a over hour-long cope stream where you're blaming everything on Ruff because he's calling you out. And I think he tickled your rear end with those videos of him making someone ooze, So
I think he's been an infiltrator for a long time. I think when he first got out of trouble, in other words, got released, because the judge was way too lenient on him. That didn't even make sense. Do you remember the judge?
So in this part, I think Chris is going to try to allude that Ruff is an informant or something like that, which I think is hilarious because I've got a little clip to show you guys.
I don't disagree with you. Release the files, and we're not overlooking what you said at all.
No, not at all. And we're working on it. We're working on the group thing. This is part of it. This is how we share information with each other too. It's not just for you guys. It's also for other YouTubers who will watch these videos and share, and we'll collaborate. And
do you want me to go to the other?
Well, I'll elaborate a little bit on that. So he picked 4 Chris had picked 4 people that he didn't like in the excuse me. Damn. He had picked 4 people that he didn't like that he bumped heads with in Gilbert government, and he had published photographs that he'd taken to their house, and it included the address in the photograph, and he was making threats, and then he published their personal phone numbers. Now we're not talking about their government phone numbers. He found out the private phone numbers of these individuals. So it's kind of interesting. Once again, you got this business partner of a corrupt Kentucky government official who has accused me of doxing his house when I actually just doxed the fucking government webpage, right? It's not doxing. I just put up the government webpage. It's public information from the government, where Chris actually did do the things that Scarborough is accusing me of. Now, isn't that fucking interesting? That to me is wild. That the partner of the corrupt official from Kentucky literally did exactly what.
And here we go. Once again, guys, this is Chris's whole crutch in court, he thinks, is that he's going to link everybody together because, you know, everybody doesn't have their own mind and their, you know, do their own actions. He's even tried to allege that I work with the government. You know, it's not that I had a run-in with him where he lied about me and I've been calling him out ever since. You know, people all are just on the, you know, let's get Ryder train, right? Screw Chris Ryder. He's such a bad guy. You know, there's no reason why all these people are saying it, right? I mean, all these people are just saying it for no reason, right? I know we've got a lot of people who try to make it seem like that because they got to make a show and they've got to, you know, show certain content to get their money, right? But, you know, the whole world's against him, right? Get out of here.
They're falsely accusing me of. He actually did that.
Curious.
And I have copies of that. And I've put them on my community tab. So if you scroll my community tab, you'll see the original post of those homes. And I did blur out. It wasn't Chris that blurred out the address. That was me that did that. Because in the original screenshot, I won't do it to him. He did. He put their phone number on it and their address. And I blurred it out when I published it on my community tab to show you guys the facts.
Yeah, I think he did think that he was going to be A-okay whenever he was contacted by JJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he thought JJ was going to be able to help him. He still thinks that. It's so funny. It's so funny. Nothing's going to save him. Like, it doesn't matter where he goes and what he does. Hiding in the desert ain't saving him. Business partnering with the corrupt government ain't saving him. Like, he's going back to prison for life. Because it wasn't just that 24th video. What was the date? June 24th. It wasn't just that video. He went on and did more videos where he also made, like, I've got a clip where Ruff said that he was going to chop a commissioner up into pieces and feed him to his goats. You can't say that kind of shit. That is illegal. You can't say that kind of shit.
Well, we don't know about for life. I mean, you know.
I mean, I'm being.
That was a bit dramatic.
A long time. I mean.
It's a long time.
A long time. He's going to prison for a long time.
Or, you know, I mean, he may just hide out in his she shed for the rest of his life.
They'll get him eventually there. So they got a warrant to get into his Google account in which the emails were being sent to. The one he was using to contact the Gilbert government. They got a warrant to get into that email. Well, most YouTubers have multiple emails, and you might save your videos in a different email account than the one you use to send emails. Like, you'll still use a Gmail account probably to save photos in Google Photos, which include your videos. But I'll bet you the reason they didn't find the videos they were looking for is because he probably has his Google Drive under a different email for his videos. That's what I think happened. That's why I don't think they got him when they got that warrant. I think the only thing they were able to find is just emails that he sent. And it wouldn't be all of them because he uses multiple accounts. And I know some of his email accounts because he sent us threatening emails.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it
6.
just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI.
6 ads in 42 minutes. I think that's a little bit better than the last time. We were getting an ad like every other 40 seconds. It's like only every other minute and a half now.
So, like, I'll gladly give them
an awful lot of trouble, though, to like.
Well, that's what people do.
Well, I mean, he does have a lot of time on his hands.
That's what trolls do. So, yeah. All he's doing is living in a fucking, like a fucking storage shed with no running water, taking shits in buckets and playing on the internet.
Well, I mean, a shipping container is a lot bigger than a storage shed.
Oh, well, not really. Shipping container is just like a dumpster. It's the size of like one of them long rollback dumpsters. That's it.
No, I thought they were the size of a semi.
Oh, hell no.
Like a tractor trailer.
No, they ain't that big. Semi is 57 feet. No.
Well, the houses I've seen that they've built are bigger.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of what he's got. It's just like the size of a rollback dumpster.
Okay.
I think it actually used to be a dumpster, a rollback. It's one of those.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. With no running water. Anyway, let's move on to the other article. So he begged 2 different mainstreams to write articles about him. And neither one of them turned out so hot for this hot shot.
This one's from Gilbert Sun News. So it says a self-described.
Wait, time out. Is this coming from the guy who literally stalked the news outlet for months on end Like, he was even at the scene where they were trying to cover the whole Jamie Knoll situation, and he was like creepily walking around in the background. Like, you can't make this shit up, guys.
First Amendment auditor says the Gilbert Police Department is hounding him, going as far as to serve a search warrant to Google for his Gmail account. Mesa videographer Chris Ruff claimed police wanted to find out who in the department leaked to him the Officer Awareness Bulletin last year that labeled him a threat to the law enforcement community.
Wait, he wasn't supposed to get a copy of that because it was just for police? That bulletin that he got, he wasn't supposed to get a copy of it? Which kind of smells like he might be a snitch, doesn't it? Maybe his handler told him, hey, man, don't share this, which we know Chris can't help himself but to share it. I'm put it on chat if you think this is possible.
All right, guys. So hold on, we're gonna take this down. So he's calling Ruff a snitch, guys, and this is why this is just so golden right here. The self-admitted snitch who had a members-only paid snitch fest stream, where Tiffany, you're just as culpable. You're a ratty little snitch too, Tiffany. Not only do you pay more attention to fucking lizards than your own children, but you're also a little cheese-eating rat snitch too, just like your fucking moronic ass dumb boyfriend. Good job, Tiffany. Great look. Like I said, guys, Tiffany, Mother of the Year, 2025, 100%. But let's listen to what this genius. Look, he's so excited. He's done gone cross-eyed, guys. Look at this dude. I'll put this up for a couple seconds so you guys can screenshot this. He's gone cross-eyed. He's got so many narratives spinning in that head right now. He's gone complete cross-eyed.
I think the fucker, his handler that he snitches to, that he's working with, gave him a copy of it and said, you need to chill the fuck out, dude.
Hey, Linda.
That's what I think. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
It's a personal account, Ruff said. I used to email the Gilbert and Mesa courts with this email, with my court stuff. Ultimately, they are not going to find anything in that email.
In that email.
That's not the concern. What's important is Gilbert is trying to use a felony warrant through Superior Court to access my emails to find my contacts. I guess it would be. Yeah.
Hello, Anya. I just shared your video earlier and I sent some people your way. So hopefully it got you at least a couple more subs. But also, Anya, I think that you should do videos like you did more. I really do. If you see something that's a blatant lie, and not only do you have like things to say, but if you've got proof to really shut them down, I would make a video like that. If they lie about something that was ordered, show a document and censor out the important stuff to show that they're full of shit. The more people do that, the more people check them and call them out on their lies, the harder it's going to be for them to mislead other people.
Well, what he didn't want everybody to know is that part of the reason for the search warrant was because they wanted to pull the video that he edited out the death threats in, which would make it a felony.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm not arguing whether or not they were right by making it a felony warrant, but I would think that if they had probable cause to that felony being committed, which would be intimidation, then I think they had an argument. I think the state had a fucking argument to use it, and didn't they win? Or yeah, they won and they got in it.
Mm-hmm.
So the state won.
Right.
And it wasn't until after Ruff stole over 20 grand from his viewers because he said he needed the money for a lawyer, and then his lawyer was free.
Oh, is that when that was?
Yeah. So here he is fucking bitching about people collecting James Freeman's bond money, but he collected 20 grand and never even fucking had to spend a penny on it. Anyway, go ahead.
It says the March 29th search warrant demanded Google to hand over any and all records associated with Ruff's Gmail account, including the contents of any and all emails stored in the account between June 1st, 2023 to July 17th, 2023. The warrant does not name Ruff, but the Google ID, Sushi Bruja at gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really
That's
see.
one of his 3 that I know of emails.
Ruff, who calls himself a guerrilla journalist, is notorious among Valley law enforcement for video recording them at scenes where officers are working.
Well, there's information he didn't want out. Damn, they found out about his connection with that guerrilla group. Uh-oh. Oh, did we just expose something you didn't want heard, Ruff? Like how you fucking wash your money in that group? Damn, I didn't mean for that to slip so
Well,
soon.
he did call himself that, so.
Yeah, but he's been hiding that from YouTube, babe, because it ties back to a lot of his business ventures.
Mm-hmm.
Gorilla, yeah. Anyway, keep that noted. Stick a pin in it.
Stick a pin in it. He then uploads his videos on his YouTube channel, where he has 285,000 subscribers, and on other platforms. Using the social media moniker Direct D, he has said the purpose behind his videos is to catch violations of First Amendment rights and hold police accountable for following rules and procedures. He's not above taunting the cops in his videos.
Oh no, they even said he taunted the cops. Bumper jumper.
However, Ruff says he's stopped all video recording.
What do you guys think upsets Ryder more? the fact that Ruff is a real activist, or the fact that Ruff, with the wide reach and audience he has, called Chris out. Because it seemed like at first, if you guys remember, Chris was giving every out for Ruff and was going specifically after AEC, saying, well, AEC's so dumb, he doesn't even have 2 brain cells but to rub together. I made a video about it, if you guys remember. He excused Ruff and said, I don't know what's going on with Ruff. Maybe he's just going through a hard time or something like that. But, you know, AEC, he's just so dumb that he can't rub 2 brain cells together. So I'm not surprised he got confused, you know. And then it's like a week later, all of a sudden, Chris changed his tactic up to try to get in good graces with Ruff. Instead, he was like, I'm going to go head to head with him, which you see how that ended up, right? But I wonder what pisses him off more, the fact that D had such a wide reach and was so much more successful than he's ever going to be, or the fact that D was one of the first ones to call him out, like huge channels, right?
In the state after he was alerted of the bulletin, which he said at the time was like putting a target on his back.
Oh, he was a target on his back. A bulletin saying that you threatened to kill our cops was a target on his back. Nah, and no time to be playing the victim.
Oh, it says, I have not been arrested or filmed any Arizona police officers in almost a year.
Oh, so he flipped, and now he's trying to destroy everybody that can film the police because they did not threaten the lives.
Right? There are, however, recent videos on Ruff's YouTube channel of him filming in other states.
Oh, yeah, right? Like, we know all about him coming to other states, don't we?
He likes to travel to other states. You would think they would be afraid to leave, though, because he's got a bunch of warrants.
He likes to convince Jim Freedom to blow in his little thing to start the car.
He has one of those?
Yeah, Jim Freedom does. And Jim Freedom's like his little bitch chauffeur that goes and picks Chris up from the dumpster and takes him to other states so he can go threaten people like us.
I hate to tell you, Ryder, but if you think blowing into a breathalyzer to start your car is bad, imagine what they're going to make you blow into every morning when you're in the pokey. What do you think's worse? Blowing into a breathalyzer or blowing into Leroy? Which one do you think, Ryder? Which one do you think, man?
Yeah. And he went and visited DMA in Colorado. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was all Jim Freedom driving. Before he started his car, he's going to go. It's really weird.
Yeah, it was really weird just watching him do it. Reenacting it. You don't even have one.
Perk up, baby. Come on. Have fun.
Sorry. I'm tired.
Have a little fun with it.
Winston says I'm not missing anything.
Introducing the only prescription hair regrowth gummy on the market, the Minoxidil Plus Biotin Gummy by Hers, formulated by...
With Jim Freedom. Yeah. He's
number 7, y'all.
Boring one. Anyway, he's part of Guerrilla Publishing too, by the way. Stick a pin in it. Ruff is going to be so mad when he hears this one. Who's restreaming me? Who's restreaming me? Is it Bauer or is it Chris? I know it ain't Todd. He don't want his 4th copyright strike. Look at that. Zippy Doogal gave us $10. What's it say?
You guys see that? So there's a reason I keep bringing this up. I know that people like Ryder and people like Kevin, they think that you can file false copyright strikes and hem people up, and you actually can get away with it sometimes. Every once in a blue moon, YouTube kicks it back and goes, nope, you're full of shit. But most of the time, they go through. Doesn't mean they're gone forever. There is an appeals process, and I love how Ryder's trying to gloat about taking a channel down. I think it's just cope for the fact that he destroyed his own channel. Like, he self-sabotaged his own channel. Right? Because, I mean, he acts so smart, guys. I mean, there's no way that Chris knew or didn't know that doing what he did would lead to his channel being taken down, right? I mean, he's always got all the cards, guys. He's got all the evidence. Everyone's against him. So if that's the real case here, why did he self-sabotage his own channel? Isn't that weird?
Says DD has lead poisoning from licking the walls of his shed.
You must have seen the paint job on that fucking piece of shit too. Oh my God. It looks like lead poisoning. That was a good one. Thank you for the $10.
Old Broad says you're enjoying this way too much.
I mean, yeah, but this is a guy who went in business to try to put me in prison. Like, literally started a business with a corrupt government official with nothing behind it. No reason to hate me. He just wants me to go to prison for no reason.
Stop.
Do you guys hear that? Do you guys think that's what Chris honestly thinks? I mean, there's a part of me that thinks that Chris is schizo, and he really does think that everybody's just out to get him for no reason whatsoever. because he doesn't think that there's any type of like, repercussions to his actions or any accountability he has to take. So I guess there is a part of me that thinks that Chris really truly thinks that everybody's just out to get him.
Awful. I did not know that DMA dumped Ruff.
Yeah, everybody dumped Ruff.
Well,
except for Dan. I don't know why Dan won't fucking get off the shitter.
I don't know. Leave Dan to do whatever it
Dan's
is.
doing Dan.
Let Dan do Dan. I mean,
I'm not picking on him.
he seems like an alright guy.
Well, I mean, he came and visited us. He rode my horse.
That's what I'm saying. He seems like an alright guy.
I think he just wants to stay out of it, but he's right in the middle of it, trying to stay out of it, which is fucking funny.
Like he's in the middle of a car crash all around him, and he's just like,
pretending everything's good.
He's like, everything's fine. He's like, is that the grocery store up there?
Like, what are you ordering off the menu while he's sitting there next to you at the
With
restaurant?
blinders on. He's like, so,
Oh,
how's
shit.
everybody doing tonight?
All right, you want to hurry up? Oh, you moved the article. Oh, you're done with it?
No. I mean, if you're going to continue reading it.
I think
according to Gilbert Police, there was probable cause that supported the issuance of the warrant, which is used to help officers in their investigation. The department would not confirm or refute.
So they had probable cause, even, which means they had enough facts to be able to get the damn warrant in the first place. Well, yeah, there you go.
The incident you are referring to is an active investigation, and we are unable to provide additional information at this time, stated an email from Gilbert Police.
That's what they always do in open investigation cases. Well, what they're supposed to do. What they're not supposed to do is have a government official go to YouTube.
And then Ruff stated, I completely have no open cases in Gilbert, no warrants and no charges.
Which is a flat out fucking lie.
But
he did, and he does still today.
What happened? Oh, it says the bulletin. I thought it said the ballerina. I was like, oh, now they're.
I love how the king and the queen of lies of YouTube are over here trying to call anybody else out for lies. That's like having your house dirty as shit and then having the audacity to go to your neighbor's house and preach about it not being clean. Like, why don't you start in your own house, you troglodytes? Why don't you start in your own backyard first? All right. And yet, Tom, we went over that information about a year ago. I know the video is not up anymore, so I guess there needs to be a re-upload, but we've already gone through this song and dance last year. I don't know why it's being brought up again, but I guess when you've got nothing else to reach for, you've got to reach for everything, right? So, and yes, correct. Blanket forts are not houses, but they are a good place to spurg from, Bill. Good place to spurg from, so.
Called him a ballerina.
That would be more fitting. Christopher Ballerina. Goodness.
Yeah, I think that's about the gist
of it. Yeah, so there you go. Like, that's what's really going on.
It says Ruff said that the Gilbert detectives who filed the warrant thinks there's a government official or people who work for the police that is leaking him information. He maintained that he is protected under the Federal Privacy Act, which protects people who disseminate to the public a newspaper, book, broadcast, or other similar form of public communication.
So in other words, he has a government handler who gave him that bulletin and wasn't supposed to, and then Ruff saying, well, that guy's protected under the Privacy Act. It's a whistleblower. He wasn't fucking whistleblowing.
That's not blowing any whistle.
It don't matter. I don't care that he got the bulletin.
As a journalist, I am protected, Ruff said.
But Ruff is claiming he's not a journalist. Which one is it, Ruff? You're a journalist when it fits you. Right? For Gorilla.
He's an activist. He's not an activist. He loves his subscribers. He wants to lose all the subscribers. He wants everybody to unsubscribe.
He wants to fight for the First Amendment, but then
And once again, guys, so we have the Wiffle Wafflers who are like, we're part of the 1A community. Please save and believe us. Please save and believe us. And then another day you're like, fuck the 1A community. They're not doing their job, holding up our lies and sticking to our fucking bullshit story. You guys are supposed that's your job is to help me with my snake oil sales, man. What the F, James Freeman? What the F, Lackluster? Why aren't you guys helping me lie? You guys are supposed to be here for the people and just believe what we claim. I mean, what the hell, guys?
He wants to fight against the First Amendment. He's a handler, he has a handler.
He can leave a she shed, but he never leaves a she shed.
He can whoop everybody's ass and kill people, but he never leaves his she shed.
A girl made him fucking run.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked by a girl.
Yeah.
She smacked the fucking phone way out of his hand. Like, he was being all annoying during a traffic stop, and this chick was like, dude, get out of my fucking face. And she went, wallop.
Yeah. And he's like, did you see what she did to me?
He went crying to the cop. He's like, please arrest her, just arrest her, goddamn it, arrest her. He was getting all mad and shit, and the cop was like, dude, just back up. Like, let me I'm trying to ask her if she hit you. And she did. She beat the shit out of him.
He's all up in their business.
And then they folded him on the ground because he wouldn't leave him alone. They're trying to conduct an investigation for Chris, like he was crying for.
Like
his long legs. His long legs went up and his shoes were on each side of his head as he folded all the way.
An accordion. He folded like an accordion, not a harmonica. A harmonica doesn't fold. Like
his legs, his tennis shoes were in his ears. Chris Ruff, I hate to tell you, dude, but you're a pussy. You can make all the threats you want on the internet, boy.
Right. But on the other hand, he seems to be very flexible.
Very flexible. It's very stretchy. I'll just ask his phone pocket. Oh shit, man.
He's like what was that toy that they used to have when we were kids? It was like Stretch Armstrong.
The slime?
Oh, it was like Stretch Armstrong. It was like you could take it and stretch him all the way out.
Is that his superpower? His super stretching skin?
That's what it is. He's a true superhero.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so we just wanted to let y'all know that everyone's having a meltdown that's been against us for the past year and a half. It's wild.
YouTube's wild now.
So enjoy it.
Thank you. Spanky says Bubba likes flexible.
We need to, as it was that the release the file said, we need to actually try to unite, at least in concept, because, you know, even though we're not like together like a family or whatever, we're seen that way. In this realm on YouTube, we're seen that way. And when you have someone who is opposite of everybody and causing complete fucking
Me wrong, Chris. You're not with anybody. You've already made a statement multiple times. Fuck the 1A community. You've even said it on my panel. You've said it many times. So why do you then try to whiff a waffle and act like you need their help? Oh, wait, because you do need their help. But you're not going to get it. You're just going to spurg and you're not going to get any of their help. You're going to try your best, but it's not going to happen.
Like Ruff is doing. You don't want them associated with anybody, yourself, anyone that you care about, anyone around you. So he is the odd one out, and he needs to fucking go. So we need to take proactive action to support one another, is what I think. Like going directly after him is just gonna like boost his ego because he thinks that's good attention. I think the way to do it is right now he's attacking armed fishermen. So what I would say is go support armed fishermen in this and inform armed fishermen of what Ruff really is and maybe direct him back to this channel so he can see the facts that we published, including the proof that Scar.
That's hilarious. Yeah, guys, go to this bigger channel and then tell him to check my stuff out so that I can try to grow. What a fucking manipulator, guys. Ryder, you've got nothing, man. You made that very apparent the other night when people called you out. It's easy, guys. If you want to stop Chris in his tracks, tell him to show evidence of his claims. He'll just default and say, well, you need to go find that. It's not my job to support my claims. Like if Chris ever tried to debate anybody with any iota of logic, he would miserably fail. Miserably.
That Scarborough and Ruff are actually literally working together because people need to know that Ruff is actually a government. He's working with the government directly. Like they need to know that, and not in a good way, not in a helpful way. Okay. It's not like he's trying to become a sheriff. What he's trying to do is help corruption hurt good people who are innocent. And I am that victim. She's that victim. Our kids are that victim.
Your victim.
That needs to.
Here we go. Your kids. You don't have any kids, Chris Ryder. Once again, guys, for the record, Chris Ryder has no kids. So when he says stuff like this.
Okay. It's not like he's trying to become sheriff for real. What he's trying to do is help corruption hurt good people who are innocent. And I am that victim. She's that victim. Our kids are that victim. So
our kids are that victim. That is a verbatim quote. Our kids. You don't have any kids, Chris. Once again, guys, this is just a small example of how Chris misleads, gaslights, and or flat out completely lies to suit his narrative. Because that's what it's all about, guys, is Tiffany and Chris have to create this narrative because it's their coping mechanism. Once again, they live in a false reality where they're the victims and everybody else are the bad guys, right? It has nothing to do with the fact that they've pissed off multiple individuals in their own way. And now these people are collectively calling them out as being what they are. But they'll make it seem like, well, it's the whole world out to get us. We're just two victims, just good old innocent Chris and Tiffany over here. We don't ever do nothing. We just got people after us for no reason.
That needs to be outed throughout if there was a community. Let's start with armed fishermen. And armed fishermen, if you watch this, we support you. We don't know you. But we do know the attack that you're under, and it's only that big in comparison to what that fucker's been putting us through for the past year and a half. So we got your back. We got information. We got anything you'll need. I hear that he's after Josh now, AFA. Same thing with you, Josh. Don't be scared. Don't back out. Don't fold.
I don't think that AFA would be scared.
I don't see AFA getting scared, but I do think he'll try to let it just go away.
I think he'll try to let it ride out. But
yeah,
I mean,
and he don't need to do that. He needs to stand firm.
We tried to do that too, and the only thing he did was he just wouldn't shut up. He was like a little
He's working for the government. He ain't gonna shut up. It's his fucking. He thinks it's his job.
Oh, and Jinx, I seen your comment earlier about comparing him to Gumby. I like Gumby. Don't compare him to Gumby.
I know it's hard to. Yeah, he looks like Gumby, but
Not being mean,
it
but
ruins Gumby. Oh man.
Let's keep Gumby safe from the roughisms.
Yeah. Again, we're talking about a guy who claims to have a wife that he loves, but yet he posts videos where he is dreaming of making out with other people on YouTube's girlfriends, and he don't give a flying shit how that makes his wife feel. He only posts pictures of him doing family stuff like once in the blue moon, and he doesn't even have running water, and he lives in the desert in a trash can. So, I don't think anything that's come out of the dude's mouth has been true.
Even though he's a horrible person and he's doing what he's doing, don't say that he lives in a trash can.
He does live in a trash can.
It's a shipping container.
Yeah, but it's a trash can one.
I don't.
Tiff, do you understand? They make trash compactor shipping containers. It compacts trash in it. That's what he got.
Want to live in that?
I don't. It's probably cheap. That's what he bought, babe.
It sounds like it would be more expensive.
No.
Well, anyway,
That's
I'm
what he
not
bought.
defending him, but at the same time, I don't want people to think that he's like Oscar the Grouch, like living in a trash can.
Before we leave, address the hilariousness of the concept that was introduced last night after our live stream. The abuse, honey. The abuse. Oh, dear God. So I'm learning, we learned last night that when they can't get their way, when we call them out for being assholes, they immediately act like they're jumping to Tiffany's defense, and they say that I'm abusing her.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, go ahead here. You got the floor.
What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Talk about it.
I needed to watch that again. So Finkel went on, and it was Muxer up there with him. Right?
Yeah, but you're not talking about what they did. Just talk about what the fuck they're wrong about.
Well, first of all, you guys are wrong about me being abused. You're wrong about him doing stuff to intentionally hurt me. Like I've seen a couple of them.
What's wrong? So here's something to bring up, guys, right? If Chris is telling the truth, why has there been a recent change of friendship with multiple creators? Why have people who have been his supporters and his friends for the last over a year now, all of a sudden realizing at the same time, keep in mind, that he's not being 100% honest? I mean, even Chris's biggest ball sucker, well, not his biggest, because his biggest ball sucker would be Terry Moore, but Cliff Williams, I mean, his probably the right nutsucker at best, right? He's even said at one point that Chris isn't being very honest, but then turns around and tries to say he supports him in other aspects, right? Because God forbid, Cliff puts an old, those two little fucking brain cells in his old brain that are still rubbing together, can't produce the idea that, well, if he's not honest about this aspect of stuff, he might not be honest about other things he's claiming too, right? Regardless of my hate for the police, fuck out of here, dude. So stupid.
Those comments. And then also, while I was looking back in videos trying to find that one video that I found the comment from where Finkel said that I just wanted some Finkel money. I'm good, Kiwi. I was trying to find the video where it had that, and I seen a video that Finkel had also put up where he said that we were barricading our bedroom door.
Bedroom door?
We're not barricading our bedroom door.
It was our entrance door, Finkel.
Yeah.
To the house, you dumbass.
If you had watched any of the videos that I put out while Chris was in jail, you would have known that it was the side door and the front door, not our bedroom door. That doesn't even make any sense.
Right.
Like, a bedroom door is pretty flimsy, my guy. It'd be kind of stupid to barricade it.
It's crazy how when they can't label me a pedo, which is what they first try to do,
to Kiwi.
then they run straight to saying that I abuse you.
I know. They think that...
I don't fucking get it.
I don't understand the tactics there, because I can promise you, if Chris was abusing me, I would call my friends and they would be here to come and either help him move out or help me relocate. That's not the case, though.
I mean, I don't even know where they're coming up with that fucking crazy bullshit.
Maybe they're still running with the Kaiser narrative. I don't know.
Of course, because it's all the same.
Nothing but lies.
Well, and they keep painting the
snap face.
They keep painting my assault record with woman beating, and then they made up some story about a fucking cigarette burn from.
What do you mean we keep painting your assault record with women beating? That's why you were convicted for the assault, Chris. Dummy Kruger's already put out the video of you and Georgette in court. And I believe you and someone else in court too, even before her. I believe, and I could be wrong about these next words, but what I will say is I believe multiple people have told me now that if you actually look at Chris's record, that's not his only time that he's been involved with the accusation of him not being super friendly to the opposite gender. But with that being said, Chris, it's very clearly been shown that you got an assault, and you can say, well, oh, it doesn't plain out say it was for domestic, but when you understand the system that you were being ran through, you 100% got convicted for assault due to domestic, bro. So you can keep lying, man. You can keep spurging, but I guess it'll just take people like me playing the Dummy Kruger video, just showing that you're a liar. You know, you always say, I never lied. If I lied, then go ahead and show it. And then people do it, and then you never address it. You just ignore it because you're a snake oil salesman, bro.
Another case, and they got it all confused. There was no cigarette burn on anybody in my life that I know of. What was alleged was that there was a cigar burn on somebody, but what really happened, and I proved it in court, was that the bitch was trying to make some motherfucking cupcakes and she burned her hand on the oven and then used that picture, which was 3 years earlier.
I'm Nicole C.
Oh, number 9, guys. Let's put it up in there. That 9. Oh, that didn't take for some reason. Number 9. There we go.
And I love Chumba Casino because
to try to say that I put a cigarette out or a cigar out on her.
I seen all of the posts.
Holy
I seen the screenshots.
shit.
I seen the post.
No, this is new. Chris is giving me new information. I didn't know that he was accused of putting a cigar out on someone. That's some like Scarface shit right there, Chris. What are you doing, man? Are you putting cigars out on women, Ryder? Are you using your mates as ashtrays, bro? As like ashtray posts, bro? Like a cigarette dispenser, bro? Like a disposal thing? No way, man. You like rub it on them for you like what? Flick it at them or
that she had up, and the
I proved
picture
it in court.
that was presented in court. Like I seen all of that, and then I see that she taking it down off of her Facebook.
She had posted a Facebook post showing that picture of her hand being burned, and she said, "My first attempt at trying to make cupcakes." But that was like not even all that. That was not. I was not charged with nothing. There was no accusation of violence on nothing. That was just a girl who stole $40,000 from me. She had stolen $40,000 from me because she found out that I deer joned her and moved out.
What's up, 7 Cities?
I moved out on her and took off everything I could pack in one trailer load, and I had a house already somewhere else, and it pissed her off, and I had a fucking safe for my company still locked in my closet, and the bitch fucking hurried up and made that EPO with a dirty lawyer that later tried to hook up with her, and they stole the money out of the safe because the judge.
Wow, I'll tell you what, this story gets more and more convoluted, guys. Like I said, I must have been gone, or maybe I missed this story a year ago, or probably the more realistic option is this is a brand new story he's coming up with. So here we go. We're throwing more mud into the water now and mixing it around. So now there's a story, and here's the thing. I don't know if he's referring to the Georgette situation or if he's referring to a different domestic dispute situation. Or what if he's mixing different things from different situations all into one pot to make a new narrative? That's the thing. You never know with Chris, guys. You never have a clue what he's trying to get at or where he's trying to lead because he's so subversive. He's such a manipulator and such a liar.
Did a protective order based on that lie about a cigarette burn, about a cigar burn. So like these people, they dig on records and they don't read.
And now he's saying that the lawyer that helped his ex come after him tried to get with Tiffany. Now, here's the only problem with that, guys. How can Chris claim that? Especially if he's relating it to the Georgette. Oh, wow, guys. Realization live right now. Okay. Didn't Chris's court date happen in the late 90s before he ever knew Tiffany? So how is he now going to claim that he never actually got assault charges and then claim that the lawyer that the other party used tried to get with Tiffany? They just said earlier that they've been together for 8 years now. I mean, maybe I do the math wrong, but if we take 8 years away from 2025, I don't think we get to 98 and 99, do we, guys? I don't think so. So now, okay, so wow, guys. I have missed a lot. So now Chris is claiming that a lawyer somehow, I guess, like, is there something I'm missing here? Is there like a time machine? Is there a DeLorean we got to take up to 88 miles an hour? How does a lawyer try to get with Tiffany if you've never even met her yet because it's like 98 or 99? So then that would mean that he has to be talking about a different situation, which means that's more than I knew. I mean, I knew about the whole situation with Georgette, but I think he's talking about a different domestic dispute. Wow. Talk about linking stuff together. See, Chris, this is why you should just shut up and stay off the internet. When you bring up this additional stuff that doesn't make any sense, people start trying to make sense of the information since you can't. So let's go back real quick. We do have to rewind this because I'm curious now.
But that was like not even all that. That was not, I was not charged with nothing. There was no accusation of violence on nothing. That was just a girl who stole $40,000 from me. She had stolen $40,000 from me because she found out that I deer John'd her and moved out.
What's up, 7 Cities?
I moved out on her and took off everything I could pack in one trailer load, and I had a house already somewhere else, and it pissed her off, and I had a fucking safe for my company still locked in my closet, and the bitch fucking hurried up and made that EPO with a dirty lawyer that later tried to hook up with her. And they stole the money out of the safe because the judge did a protective order based on that lie about a cigar burn. So like these people, they dig on records and they don't read them.
They don't want to read them.
Or they look for what they want to find.
Yeah.
And then they neglect the rest. And but this woman abusing shit is fucking ridiculous. I don't get it. If anything, she's mean to me.
Whoa. So there are more people than just Georgette? Angela and Christina? Uh-oh, guys. All right, well, sounds like somebody's got some access into some files or something. Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody needs to launch an investigation.
No.
Yeah, I feel like it sometimes that you're in charge, you know what I mean?
I mean, maybe, but you know what? When there's stuff that needs to...
There you go, guys. Chris just self-admitted that Tiffany's in charge. So does that mean that Tiffany's to kind of blame for this whole thing? Because here's the thing, guys. For the longest time, I thought that Chris was putting Tiffany into a bad spot, especially with the way that she acts in a lot of live streams where you can tell she tries to get off like shit he says right away, or is like, no, don't say that, But looking back at it now, the only time that she gets nervous is when he says something wrong that kind of goes against their narrative. I think Tiffany's like the Wizard of Oz. She's the operator behind the grandiose scene that you're seeing, which is Chris Ryder. And in my mind, she's just as much to blame, and she's just as culpable.
Be done, and he's preoccupied. Like, I gotta get his ass in gear somehow. Like, you can call that abusive if you want.
I'm not. I'm just
that.
kidding. I just think that it's fucking crazy that these motherfuckers will run with PDO, woman abusing, and then they always go after kids. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing of it is those three right there, it's very difficult to obtain all of the records. So those are the easiest ones to
make false allegations. Wow.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's very difficult to obtain the records if I've got people up here who have like first names, right? I mean, here's the thing. I work like a real life 9 to 5. Actually, off today. That's how I was able to go live so early. But it's like when you work a 9 to 5, you're touching grass and doing IRL stuff. You don't have the hours behind you to not only pay for a program to look this information up, but just like the urge or like the drive to even go searching for it to begin with. Because in the end, who really cares?
Oh, and they're like the most hated in society.
Absolutely.
But
I'm Sora 2, the new AI in town.
That's number 10.
We're not afraid.
Yeah, no.
Number 10.
And then when they were going, and Chris was making you cry, that was Finkel. Said that I made you cry. When it was actually, I was mad at Finkel because he made her cry. And then he said that I locked her, barricaded her in the bedroom with the barricade for the door, which is not on the bedroom. She was outside and I didn't barricade her anywhere.
Chris, you barricaded her in the house, Chris? Why would you do that to Tiffany, bro? Why would you barricade her, dude? What's going on?
He didn't
here?
say
Yes,
that.
he did.
No, he didn't say that you barricaded me, and he said that you.
No, I showed him the barricade on the door at that time.
I know, but what he was saying is he was saying that we barricade ourselves in and leave other people outside, and that's not the case. The barricade's not.
I know, but okay.
See, that's why you can't believe anything comes out of dude's mouth. And here's the thing: as much as I dislike both of them, I will say good on Tiffany for at least standing up and correcting him. She could have just did what she usually does, which is just remain silent with that stupid grin on her face, shaking her head. Yes. Like 90% of the time she does. So,
but he's mixing it all up and he does it intentionally and he'll act like he's saying that and then he'll stop in the middle of it so that he's misleading his audience. He misled all 8 people that watch him into thinking that it might be that. And then in another video, he does more.
You made me forget something that was
Sorry.
important. You chatter way too much.
Well, it'd be a boring live stream if we weren't talking.
I don't know. I might be able to like make balloon animals or something.
That would be fun. You should start a balloon making channel, but I've never seen you make a balloon animal. Do you even know how? Do you know how to make balloon animals? How do you keep that secret for 6 years? You don't, do you?
I can make giraffes and teddy bears.
Put them on a chat if y'all want to see Tiffany make balloon animals.
No, it's only 2 and they're super easy. Anybody can do it.
Okay, get back on track. What was it?
I completely forgot. So we were talking about Finkel and what he said, and I corrected what you said. And
can I squeeze one in here?
Sure, because I'm still trying to go back and catch what you made me forget.
They're trying to twist the narrative. They're trying to say that I said that Finkel was charged with 3 felonies, and when what I said was he's threatened to be charged with 3 felonies.
Chris has been talking crap on Finkel because he's mad because Finkel knows the gig is up. Finkel has a new set of eyes, and he knows Chris is lying. And now Chris is trying to do everything he can to deflect it on. Remember, guys, so we have Topher Life, who has disavowed Chris. We have Finkel, who has disavowed Chris. We have Muckster, who's disavowed Chris. We got Cliff, who temporarily disavowed Chris. I mean, that's 4 people alone in a month. What does that say about you? Where's the common denominator there, Ryder?
And to be charged. I think he folded under the threat.
Oh, yeah. I just had like a Finkel moment. I remember as I'm processing, and then I don't have a notepad over here. Very handy though, Finkel. I need to start taking your lead on that one.
Well, again, Finkel's not really even important.
No, well, I'm just pointing out what I seen. He said that you should have been in there holding my hand and supporting me.
That was Mustard that said that crazy shit.
I don't like for people to.
Ain't nobody gonna
me.
like Muck. If you're listening,
I don't like for people to be near me whenever I'm upset.
That's normal. No, Muck's obviously never had any like.
We ain't saying that, but I'm just saying every
let me say what I want to say. I'm going to say it.
Well, then you just say it.
See, she's abusive. She won't even let me speak.
I'm like, shut up. Leave Muckster alone. You hear me?
I'm not picking on Muckster. I'm just saying that concept that he offered is fucking nuts. If you want to maintain a relationship, you don't get all weird on your girl when she's having her emotions. You got to allow people to have their emotions, and you don't just walk away. You say, I love you. If you need anything, I'm right here.
He's always in the next room, but you can
I'm wherever I am.
Nikki, you can ask Nikki, like my emotions are all over the place whenever I'm having my
but I never do anything special. I'm just here, like you're supposed to be.
But I think that you should start buying me Snicker bars.
Snicker bars is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But what we need to tell them what
Alan.
we need to tell them what it was that Muckster said, because it was nuts.
Yeah.
He's like, if your girl's crying, you need to get on your knees and you need to hold her hand and you need to cry with her and tell her how her emotions are okay. And I'm like, whoa, dude, like you're gonna climb up that girl's ass. That shit's crazy, man. Like the girl's gonna run from you if you do that stuff. So this is just good advice for Muckster. You know, emotions are normal for people. Everyone has them. So the best thing to do is to allow people to have their emotions and to be there for them. Not don't get weird and crazy and start grabbing them and like forcing whatever that was. That's nuts. Anyway, I'm always here for Tiffany. I always will be. I love her with all my heart. I think this relationship is mutual. We've definitely chosen one another. Neither of us are being held against our will. We're very happy. You know, I mean, we've been through fucking hell and back, and it's never been because of each other.
Silly.
It's never been because of each other. Have we ever put each other through hell in our entire 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
Our hell has always come from outside. Always.
Yeah.
They're trying to destroy our relationship. Like we're so solid that we can't be destroyed by people trying. Even the government's tried.
They've tried since what, 2019? Like the moment our relationship started, people started trying to sabotage.
Oh, your ex-husband went straight to fucking Facebook and started telling people that I was a
pedo.
Talk
about that one
I do. Fuck him. Fuck Billy.
I'm still hoping and praying that if I don't say his name, that he'll disappear.
Well, that's because you're still scared of him. Fuck that motherfucker. And fuck his fucking wife that keeps saying shit and keeps saying.
Here we go with the narrative. You're still scared of him. Yeah, okay, whatever. She's so scared of him, right? Get the fuck out of here, Chris.
And fake fucking emails to everybody with a bunch of lies.
The other reason that I do not play into their bullshit is because I'm doing.
You want to talk about fake emails with lies, Chris? What about fake lawsuits that you wrote up to try to intimidate other creators on YouTube because they allowed another party to get their side of the story in? How about explaining that one, Chris? You're going to tell me you couldn't have scraped up the $500 to continue on with that big bullshit chat GTP fucking bullshit you sent out to everybody? Yeah, I read a copy of it, Ryder. Good fucking luck, dude. You named a bunch of people and you had some bullshit claims in it. And what's crazy is if your claims were so strong, why didn't you file the $500 filing fee and just file it, dude? What held you back? Why have you still not 2 years later? Just some things to think about, guys. Just some things to think about.
It out of respect for our daughter. And that's the only time I'm going to say that. That's the only time I'm going to mention that. And whenever I'm involved in something,
They're just hiding behind her.
well, I can't help that. You know what? I can't help that.
Yeah, but they're not stopping, Tiffany. That's
No,
the thing.
they're not. They're not. But I'm not going to stoop down to their level.
I'm not telling you to stoop to their level, but we
I'm not
need to
going
keep standing up, baby. Because the shit that they've been doing recently.
See, and this is right there's how you could tell that Chris and Tiffany are not mentally well. Chris just stated that everyone's hiding behind a child. Once again, projection. Nobody's hiding behind children except for Chris and Tiffany. And here's the thing. There's more and more people who are sharing this and putting this information out. More live streams that are going out. You're going to only be able to keep bullshitting everybody for so long. Because guess what? People are going to let others get their side of the story out, just like number 2. Okay? And I think it's pretty fucked up, Tiffany, that you have the audacity to say that you wish that the sole provider of your child would disappear when you can't even be a good enough mother to follow up with child support. All right? You care more about feeding a fucking lizard. Just put that into perspective.
I'm still here.
I know.
And that's one thing that my haters can't stand is that I'm still.
Yeah, but honey, you're not the one being called
I know you.
a pedophile.
You're
damn
the
it.
one that is suffering the damages. And
Yes, they've destroyed my business. I watched a video where on your fucking meadows that bitch was.
But no, Tiffany, you don't get it. It's not about you. It's all about me. It's all about me. That's why I've been saying our kids, because I have to make it about me. I have to use you to make it about me, God damn it, because mom didn't give me enough attention. All right, guys? Mom made me sleep out on the front porch in the cold. Remember, guys? He said that. He said that his mother used to make him sleep out on the front porch. And I still personally believe that that's the whole reason that he feels so comfortable in blanket fort. It's a trauma response, guys. It's a trauma response.
About having people flood call my company, and I haven't had fucking working 3 months because of that bullshit. So, you know, you might be okay with it, and you might be all right with him behind your daughter and saying that don't attack me back because their daughter. But I'm not okay with getting my company destroyed. I'm not okay.
I understand
with my
that,
reputation
but
getting
at the same time, there is an avenue of recourse, and YouTube is not it.
No, but speaking out is going to happen everywhere I am.
Okay, well,
if I'm
it's not
YouTube,
going
if
to
I'm on the
happen
streets,
where I
if I'm in front of somebody's building.
And speaking out against you guys and your bullshit snake oil salesman narrative is going to happen too. And guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. You can try and you can file false copyright strikes against fair use videos like you've done with Todd. But guess what? That's only going to hold off the truth for 10 to 14 days once the appeal is accepted. And let's be fair, Ryder. I mean, you're not making very much money off YouTube. And you even said earlier, your tools are in great condition. And we all know that's because you never use them. So unless you start picking up a lot more jobs, which I think you probably already struggling for money to defend yourself right now. And honestly, I think you've got just too much shit going on in general legally to even waste time with copyright lawsuits. So I guess good luck with that. You can hem people up for 10 to 14 days, but you can only hold off the truth for 2 weeks tops, man. So
if I'm inside a building.
But did you hear what I just said? It's
if
not
I'm at work.
going to happen where I
Do you want to fight?
Boy, I don't think you want to.
Whoa, did you guys see that? Hold on. So this is where this is going to get important. Did you see the way Tiffany looked at him?
My company destroyed. I'm not okay.
I understand
with my
that,
reputation
but
getting
at
ruined.
the same time, there is an avenue of recourse, and YouTube is not it.
No, but speaking out is going to happen everywhere I am.
Okay, well,
if I'm
it's not
YouTube,
going
if I'm
to
on the
happen where
streets,
I
if I'm in front of somebody's buildings, if I'm inside a building.
But did you hear what I just said? It's
if I'm
not
at work.
going to happen where I
Do you want to fight?
Boy, I don't think you want to.
Dude, could you imagine if they just started duking it out, man? Like, God, that shit would be crazy.
All right, so
What if you were prepared for all those interview
number
curveballs?
11, guys, number 11.
So what we are saying is that this crazy shit trying to fucking, you know, get in the midst of everything and destroy our lives. You just witnessed how it works. We talk about it. We work it out. We figure out a game plan.
I decided that it's better just to do it in front of you guys because, like, the side eyes that I give it.
I think she likes to feed them, is what I think. I think she likes to feed them because internally, I think she likes the fucking drama. That's probably why you spent yesterday like an hour and a half, 2 hours
not
straight.
about that unless somebody else brings that up.
You know, we could do that though. Like I just thought of it. We could out that. Maybe I'll leave that right here between us in front of the camera without telling you all. Because if the people that are involved in that continue their bullshit,
some little girl shit.
There's a lot of people that can find out what bullshit you're doing, and it won't be good for you. And Tiffany was in the right on everything she argued yesterday. We'll leave it like that.
Yeah, because like I said, contrary to what you just said, I do not like the drama. I do not.
I was kidding.
I know, I don't have. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Like,
there was people victimizing the same way that we get victimized, and Tiffany stood up for them. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Tiffany stood up for the person getting victimized, and I'm proud of her for it. And we all need to do that for each other. When we see people getting victimized, especially on YouTube, because that's where it happens a lot. People make up false allegations, they run with it, they get obsessed, and they go video after video after video after video.
Good night, STD.
You know, we're going to bed too, STD. So this is it for us. But stand up against it.
Morning.
And in that, hey, what's up, Miss Donna? Stand up against it, and in that, we're going to drop the link to the armed fisherman's video. And if y'all want to swing in there and take a look at the cut that he made on the government boy Direct D yesterday, and maybe give him some information and let him know, that he's got support, that would be great.
Oh, Muxter's not getting any hate, especially for me. I adore Muxter.
I'll leave it alone, honey.
I know, but I do. I like it.
Yeah, leave it alone. They're drama. All right, we love you guys.
Kiwi is not drama.
I didn't say Kiwi. I said Muxter's drama. Muxter and Finkel are fucking drama. Let's stop with them.
Okay.
All right. I think that's out there.
Okay.
Everybody knows.
I will.
People are going to try to use our channel to get their channel built.
That's right, Donna. You never mess with a lady that knows how to use a skillet.
She knows how to use more than a skillet.
A bacon pan.
And I ain't messing with her. We just have to figure out the right thing to do, because every time we make the wrong decision, it just prolongs the hate and the harassment. So that's why I say we stop talking about Muck and Finkel and let them fucking dissipate. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Hit up Armed Fisherman.
Yes.
Link will be in the description, and we will see you.
It's not the Angry Fisherman. It's the Armed Fisherman.
I said the Armed Fisherman.
No, I'm saying from my mess up, I was making fun of myself from earlier.
Do you want the floor before we go? Every time I go to end it, you always say something. So there you go.
No,
you
I'm
end
good.
it.
I'm good.
End it, baby.
I don't do this well. All right.
Ain't she beautiful, y'all?
Stop it. No, I'm not. All right. We'll see you guys on the next one. Love you.
Who would win in a game of tug of?
All right, guys. So one moment. Go down to here. All right, let's add this real quick. All right, guys. So we're going to get into this video real quick. We'll put this up on the screen. Compliments of GS. But we are going to do this. So earlier, Chris called Ruff a informant and a snitch. And I found that to be pretty funny, considering that he's quite literally a self-admitted snitch. So I wanted to show that. Here we go, guys. This is from my brother's keeper.
I am an informant in that, in which I get information from contacts through my messages. I also have been in contact with the DOJ for, year and a half?
Yep.
In which I am an informant for other things, including Kentucky issues. So those are some facts. Some other facts is that all of our case material for Hardin County, now Meade County, and Clark County, Indiana, is in those phones and in those computers, in those devices. Those are facts. So what do you guys think is going on here? It's hard to read that little chat, isn't it? Just teeny tiny lettering.
It's not super easy.
I do love the new phone. I didn't want to have to get it yet.
I mean, if they let any of that stuff out, it's going to be bad.
This could hinder multiple cases that are ongoing.
It could cause cases to be considered mistrials.
Yeah. Yeah, they could be ruining investigations that are huge right now.
that have been in the process for over a year.
And yeah. So here's a good question that I'm sure a lot of you have. How helpful are the feds in this? They're doing what they can.
I was going to say my phone's been tapped for a long time anyway, not this one, but my old one, and I don't care because, you know, the only thing that concerns me is who would tap it. And I believe that originally it had been tapped because I gave permission to the DOJ at a certain point in time to have access to my phone. But that's who I report things to.
We don't care. I mean, we really honestly don't care.
Right.
As long as we give them permission to do it. Like, we don't want them to unlawfully do it because that sort of pisses us off a little.
Did I already tell your audience that your supporters here? Did I already tell them what I was?
My family.
What I was told to the definition that I needed to use.
For what?
Instead of informant. Did you guys already? Have y'all already heard me tell you?
I don't know.
When I spoke to the investigator, he said, "Hey, man, want to give you a little rundown real quick." He's like, "You can do what you want. You're not doing anything wrong." He goes, "But using the word informant kind of makes you look bad because generally that term is used. When you do that, it throws me off so bad." She scrolls back on the comments and while I'm talking. He said the term.
So, ND, I think this was almost 2 years ago. If not, it was the end of 2023 for sure, which would be about 2 years ago, yeah. But anyway, though, yeah, he's admitting to being an informant, guys. This is like the second time, and there's many other videos you could clip where he claims the same thing.
Informant by them is typically used to speak of people who have, you know, committed crimes. And he said, "You haven't committed any crimes." So, you know, he's like, "You can use the term if you want." He goes, "But maybe the best thing to say is something like civilian complainant with a connection to investigators at the Department of Justice." So I just said, "Hey, that's a mouthful, man." You know, I think people know that I haven't committed any crimes or that I'm not a suspect of any sort.
We'll just call you a relayer. He's a relayer.
A relayer? What would you guys call it?
He relays. He's a relayer.
A person that passes information to a connection at
It's a relayer.
The Department of Justice.
He's a relayer. That's just the simplest, quickest, easiest, most efficient word.
Boy, I got a hell of an update. You want me to do it on your channel?
A Karen. Yeah, I thought that's what I was seeing here. Thanks, Daryl. Bye.
Understanding how anyone could feel threatened.
Well, that's what it is, and the investigation will come out, and all this will come out in court, one way or the other.
Absolutely.
You know, one
Would
way
you
or
know
the
who's
other.
doing the investigation?
I have no idea. That's
I
not
do.
hard.
Do you want to know?
No, I really don't.
The FBI. Do you know why? What you all didn't know about me is that I'm an informant.
Well,
that's what I am.
Very good to put that out there.
I don't care. I am an informant for the FBI in Indiana. That's what I do. This device and this channel and all this, what we have been doing is uncovering and exposing poor government conduct and reporting it to the federal government, DOJ, the whole time. Ever since day one. That's what my channel's about, if you wonder. That's what it's about. And it is very interesting.
I'm close with a couple feds. You won't blame somebody for being too close to feds, you got me. I'm close with a couple feds. Feds that are all about doing their fucking best to help us straighten this shit up. Not just one, but two. Like I have, and I've looked for it, but I have found two federal agents that are under the DOJ level that really are, they fucking see the problems, they are trying like crazy, and they're helping clean it up. They're not, they're still in the position of, man, I don't have an agency that completely backs me. I got bad employees next to me too. Am I right or wrong, David? You know who I'm talking about too, don't you? So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and join in on hating all feds because I happen to know one that has helped this channel.
Fed, 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 fed,
You didn't, and you never do, Chris. You never do. You think you're going to get your way by trying to bully someone with yelling and screaming and talking over him. It ain't going to work with me.
Wait. Again. What'd you say? You got what?
I got the call recorded.
Hold on. All right, guys. So let's remove this. But yeah. So that's really kind of it, guys. I mean, there you go. We got Chris Ryder calling people fat. Well, you know, Chris has self-admitted that he's fat. So we have that checked off.
I mean, they're trying to deconstruct me, the fat guy from the Midwest, from
I said
every
fat.
avenue.
I said chubby. I like him chubby.
I'm going with fat, bro. Like, I'm borderline diabetes right now. I got a surgery coming up this week.
How many toes you got?
For your being fat?
Yeah.
For getting out of shape. I had a hernia in my stomach for years, and it's finally created a major health issue. So that's where I'm picking up all the weight in the stomach is because I can't digest. So, yeah, I got to get surgery.
And then made apparent by what we just showed, he's trying to call other people snitches and informants who have handlers. Yet he had admitted to being a snitch and admitted to having a handler himself. So yeah, guys, that was it. Don't really know what else to say, guys. Yeah. So I thank y'all for being here. I think I'm going to try to work on some videos, guys, more than just doing lives. So if I don't do a live for a little while, it's just because I'm working on other stuff and I got to make sure that I put my my time in the right place when I'm able to. So with that being said, though, guys, I do appreciate y'all for being here. And the big news is this, by the way. I had to make sure I put this in. I almost forgot. This channel is now sponsored now, guys. The new sponsor is the Savage Saints. So from now on, when I do a live stream, I will be displaying the Savage Saints emblem as my icon because now they sponsor the channel. And that gets me into what I want to say next. People like Kevin, people like Ryder, who think that they can bully the smaller channels by filing false copyright strikes, just know that there are security blankets and little nets being put into place right now to stop that type of shit. And not only that, but to turn around and hold your channel accountable for every time you do it. This is Boot Body Cam, guys. Thank you for being here. Have a good night.